What's up, everybody? As you can see on the motherfucking screen, this is where we at right now. Right? UCAD and Mr. Dillian Whyte issued joint statement. So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Give me we gonna cook in this a minute. Just sending out some links and shit like that right now, real quick. Give me one good second. The Wonderful Life of Bob J. What's happening, baby? What's going down? Um, just give me one sec. Get this shit situated. Send this little thing out real quick. Boom. There we go. So, what did you guys think about this so far? So, it said a couple of interesting things in here. I already read it. I don't like to when people put out stuff like that when you could get it straight from the source. There is no need to read it anywhere else but from the store, from the source. So, let's see here. Let's cover some of this shit. Says it basically says UCAD anti-doping and the professional boxer Dillian Whyte can today jointly confirm that Mr. Dillian Whyte was charged with an anti-doping rule violation earlier this year, but that this charge has now been withdrawn. Right? So they said they got him. Something was in the system, right? So you can't refute that he did not pop for PEDs. You cannot refute. So this is his second time popping for PEDs in which you cannot refute. You cannot sit up over here and say that he didn't pop for PEDs. Says that let's go on around the line. Says that two metabolites was in the systems. The metabolites were for steroids. Right here, steroid. Two metabolites of a steroid. Right. Hit that door real quick. Right. It says case details in respect of Mr. Dillian Whyte's drug testing results. The following points are relevant. There is nothing in Mr. Whyte's longitudinal, whatever, urinary profile to suggest that he has used steroids. Which, to tell you the truth, it's in the system. How can you prove that he didn't take it? Right? You can't really make that conclusion. And they can't really say that he didn't, I guess. They can't say he didn't, and they can't say he did, I guess. But it was in the system. The levels of metabolites found in Mr. Whyte's 20 July 2019 sample were extremely low. Extremely low, huh? So then it says Mr. Whyte had provided a urine sample to VADA on 17 June 2019, i.e. 3 days before the 20 whatever sample, which was tested by WADA accredited laboratory, and which returned a negative results, including for the metabolites in question. So they said on the 17th, 3 days before the fight, he passed the urine samples, right? But let's get that straight. It says on the 20th the sample were extremely low, right? Okay, Mr. Whyte provided several other doping control samples to UCAD and VADA between 20 June and 20 July 2019, right? All of which also tested negative. In light of the above points, the trace amounts of metabolites found in the 20 June 2019 sample are consistent with an isolated contamination event, and they are not suggesting of doping, right? Right? But it was in the system. So, what did you know the day of the fight? When did you know the day of the fight? Did you know that this stuff came from an isolated event the day of the fight or 3 days before the fight? So between 3 days before the fight, he popped. You notified him. So the day of the fight, you had a ruling, and you guys cleared him to fight. But was that by clearing him? Did you guys say that, hey, it was an isolated event? Did you guys say, hey, they're extremely low? Did you guys say, hey, maybe somebody somewhere was messing up, right? Did you say, hey, maybe he did take something that he shouldn't have took without reading the label, like he did the first time? But nonetheless, the guy is cleared by Ukad. Now, in my opinion, he's still going to have to, the WBC still reserves the right to do their own investigation. Not saying they're going to do it, but they reserve the right to do their own investigation. So he's clear with UCAD, but he's not clear with the WBC. See, the facts of the matter is the facts of this thing is not all out there. It's not all the way out here. It's not saying where it came from. It's not saying what happened. It's not saying nothing. All it is saying it was an isolated event. Blah, 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 whoop, 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 show goes on. It doesn't say anything about how they got in the system. Was it something from over the counter? Was it something from the GNC, the Artificial Muscle Intelligence store? Nothing. So you can't sit up over here and say that this shit don't sound funny. The day before, right here. The fuck? Hold up. Yo. Look at this shit right here. The fuck? Did they already have this shit before the fight even happened? It says, oh, I'm tripping. It's today. I got the month switched around. I was going to say, hold up. So, anyways, this is of today. This is of motherfucking today. The day before the fight, he's cleared of wrongdoing. Right? That don't sound fishy to anybody. The Wonderful Life of Bob J. You see how they put Mr. Dillian Whyte, laugh out loud, they making a joke of him. Yeah, Mr. Dillian Whyte. That's what they call him. Let's see if they call somebody else Mr. on here. Let's see if they did. Let's see if they called the other dude. Nope. Professional boxer Martin banned for 4 years. No misters. No misters in there. Boxer Bassurin banned for 4 years. No misters in there. Oh, they put a mister right here. They put a mister right there. But not in the headline. Interesting. Whatever. It is what it is. The dude is cleared to fight. So, show must go on. But another thing with that I've seen. Let me see here, because I had a couple of comments, people commenting back on a few things. And I thought it was pretty funny. People are now reverting back to how Dillian Whyte has been waiting as the mandatory for 600 days. That right there, my friend, is a fabricated lie. Dillian Whyte has not been waiting 600 days. Dillian Whyte didn't come mandatory until he beat Oscar Rivas on the juice. Right? He was on the juice. Technically, he was. It was in the system. So Hell, don't come telling me that it wasn't in the system. Low traces amount, no traces amount. And then not only that, and the thing, it doesn't even say, it says low traces amount, right? But unless you put the amount that was on there, I don't want to hear it. Because what is low? What are they deeming low? Are they just saying low as a blanket excuse? But I would like to see how much was in the system. I'm pretty sure Oscar Rivas' team, now that they know for a fact, not a rumor, not a hearsay, because obviously the how it was put out there, you couldn't really, what's that word? You couldn't, you couldn't really sit up over there and just say, yeah, PEDs, blah, 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 whoop, whoop, and all that stuff, because everybody was keeping their mouth shut, but the signs were still out there that will suggest any same, any, straight thinking mind person to say that, hey, this guy was on the juice, right? Let's see here. Rick Alfhouse, I saw someone say this point to the WBC and Wilder laugh aloud. Which point? You gotta type which point, because I'm all kind of all over the place, so it's hard to pinpoint which one you're talking about. The Wonderful Life of Bob J said, low for a blue whale. You're stupid as hell. He said low for a blue shit. That's the whole goddamn bottle. And that shit is shit. The whole bottle ain't gonna do nothing for a blue whale. Mm-hmm. Shit. I would like to know how much was in the system. You know what I'm saying? But the Ukad would treat it like it's none of our motherfucking business. So, just I guess we could just keep it at that, because that's what they exactly would do. Dang, with this microphone, man, I'll be picking up shit outside, and they be weirding me out, because sometimes it be sounding like people was actually in this motherfucking house with me. You gotta pull out that gat. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Hold up. What goddamn noise out there? Oh, what's all that goddamn noise? Tripping. Anyways, so what do you guys think about this? Oh, hold up. Let me read some of this shit. JB Boxing, they made a mockery of Whyte because he exposed them on giving Joshua's twos and a free field to dope as much as he wanted. I don't know what happened. I don't know what made him think that the day before the fight to clear this dude was the route to go, or it was a damn good coincidence. Man, it don't smell right. It don't smell right. It don't look right. But I don't want to be the one to throw conspiracy theories and act like boop boop boop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Rob Bominox, what's happening, baby? He said we all knew that Hearns gave Ukad a bag of money to make it go away. You know what? Saudi Arabia is probably the one to put up the bag. Ricky Alphonse, what's happening, baby? They are saying Wilder and the WBC are behind his positive test, like somehow Tapper to keep Whyte away from Wilder. Somebody told me that, said that on the Real Boxing, Real Truth Facebook page, and I laughed at him, because of the simple fact is that it wasn't Vada that caught him, it was Ukad, his own people, who caught him for steroids. His own people caught him for steroids. So now you're saying that Al Heyman has his hands all the way across the pond in the UK to switch around piss tests, to have a say so on who pops and who doesn't. Nah, come on, bro. You're reaching. Ain't no, all things is possible, but the likelihood and the percentage of that, when you think about it on paper, it's extremely low. You're looking at maybe 25% chance, but a 75% chance of something being fishy with UCAD is it sounds pretty, because they're not saying how it got in the system. They're not saying what was he doing. They're not saying how much was in the system. They're not giving a complete detail of what happened with Dillian Whyte. And they can't say that they ain't got a complete detail of what happened with Dillian Whyte, because it's been at least about 4 months since he popped. So July, August, September, October, November, December, about 5-6 months. About 5-6 months since he popped. So you can't say that you don't have a complete statement to put out. You know everything. You cleared them, so you know everything, right? You can't give me that, man. You can't give nobody that, man. You know, you can't give me that. It's off the chain. Roy Bomanox, I wish Wilder would just knock this overrated C fighter out so we can just move on. And another thing, what Dillian Whyte said, Dillian Whyte is out here saying that, well, let me see. There was a post somebody put on the Real Boxing Real Truth page, and I laughed at it again. Most of the stuff that comes out of Dillian Whyte's mouth is, I laugh at it. Because he said something like, maybe it wasn't on his page. He said something stupid as fuck, man. Well, anyways, he said some of the lines of this. I have been fighting top contenders for 2 years. Really? So we all know that Dillian Whyte knew that. Dominic Breazeale was his mandatory, right? Would you guys all believe that? 2 years ago. Would you guys all make the consent? Would you guys all say that Dillian Whyte knew who his mandatory was 2 years ago? And his mandatory, guess who was it? It was Dominic Breazeale. Now on SportsCenter. So we all knew, he all knew that. He knew it. But what did he do? You know what he did? He fought Lucas Brown. That's what he did. You know what else he did? He fought Robert Bulionius. And the list goes on and on. It goes on and fucking on. You can't make it up. You can't. Well, you can make it up because that's what people are doing right now. But that's not the point. The point is, how do you... Because I'm trying to find this JPEG real quick. I'm trying to find this picture. But like all of my pictures, I keep forgetting to put fucking the fuckers I keep forgetting to put god damn it. I keep forgetting to put the title of the pictures in my damn thing, so I don't know where the damn thing is at. Fuck it. We just gonna go like I'm just gonna look at his record. Because Dillian Whyte is saying that he's been fighting the tight fights and all this stuff. He the can man, any man can get it and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, Let me end this screen share and go on to the next one. Going to the oh, put it over here. Move my fingers pretty quick. Okay, so here we go. So, really, to tell you the truth, I'm gonna let this one slide. I'm gonna let this one slide, but I'm not gonna let this one slide. So you fought Lucas Brown, right? And they pumped that fight up, saying how Lucas Brown was an ex-world champion, but not saying how Lucas Brown took steroids. Pumped Lucas Brown up. Said how it was a good, Edward Hearn going around saying that it was going to be a very good event. Blah, 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 whoop, 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 right? He KOs old ass Lucas Brown, who was 25-0. Oh, that's another thing they were saying. He was an undefeated fighter. Then he goes on to fight Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker was coming off of a loss from Anthony Joshua, right? Where, in my opinion, Dillian Whyte did not win by a unanimous decision, but he won by a unanimous decision against Joseph Parker, right? And okay, Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker, he's bypassing Dominic Breazeale. Dominic Breazeale is the mandatory right now. He fought Lucas Brown, Dominic Breazeale the mandatory. Fought Joseph Parker, Dominic Breazeale the mandatory. Fighting Joseph Parker, fighting Derek Chisora trying to become a pay-per-view star, right? Trying to become a pay-per-view star, right? And then he goes fight Derek Chisora for the second time and KOs Derek Chisora to try to get the bag. Then he fights Oscar Rivas and wins by a unanimous decision. But all this time, guess who's the mandatory? Dominic motherfucking Breazeale. I'm not making this up. Roy Baumanok said, I wish Wilder would just knock this overrated C fighter out so we can just move on. Yeah, I mean, I say fuck him. He fights when his time comes. Fuck that motherfucker. Talking all that shit. No, you got other shit to do around here. Let that motherfucker sit up over there on the shelf and collect dust. And then when it comes to knock that dust that motherfucker off, you do the damn thing. Yeah, Roy Baumanok. Now they saying Whack Whack Delight is a top contender. Now Whack is a top contender. How is Whack a top contender? But how is Whack a top contender? But Luis Ortiz ain't. How is Lucas Brown a top contender? But Luis Ortiz ain't. How was Malcolm Tan? How was Robert Bullionis? How were those top contender fights? How were those top contender fights, but Luis King Kong Ortiz ain't? Makes no sense, don't it? Makes absolutely no sense. I ain't made this up. Ain't no, I can't make it up. Let's see what else we got here. We got The Wonderful Life of Bob J. No, Whyte only talked about Brown's PED use. Yo, but guess what? He still fought him. He still fought him. And he's talking about who Luis King Kong Ortiz fought. But who did these guys fight? Who did Robert Bullionis fight? Lucas Brown, Derek Chisora, Oscar Rivas. Who did those guys fight? Who did those guys fight? You know what they would say with Derek Chisora? You know what they say with Derek Chisora? This is what they say with Derek Chisora. This is exactly what I'm gonna show you what they say. They say he fought. Derek Chisora got a better resume than all of them. He fought Klitschko. He fought Tyson Fury. Karbak Pulev. Dillian Whyte. That's what they say. But they won't say that he lost to get him. Lost. They say, oh, but that's on his resume. But how do you put losses, L's, big L's, as on a resume as accomplishments. Those are accomplishments. Let's see what else we got. We got Roy Bowman. I said Joseph Parker also believed to have lost to Ruiz and Henry Fury. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Roy Bowman said for the second fight, Chisora fight, Ortiz was mandated to fight Whyte. And what happened? Nah, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm not fighting for no secondary mandatory. That was so they could go over there and force your ass to fight Dominic Brazil. So you can stop dicking around. Brown on Brown Boxing, what's happening, baby? He said, not surprised they cleared Dillian. Dillian, LDBC been calling this one for months now. Yeah, I've been saying that. I won't be surprised, you know. I was trying to tell folks, man, if he, but the thing about it is, they cleared him. I'm pretty interested to see what the WBC is going to say. Let's go to their website and see what they got to say on there. WBCboxing.com. Let's see what they got to say. They got any statements on here? Nope. Nope. Let's go to Twitter. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Let me go back. Maybe they had something on the side over there. Maybe they had some December. They got a December view all. December news. Nah, that's a schedule. Events. All right, let's go to Twitter. Let's see what Twitter got to say. Let's see what's on these tweets. Let's see what's on these tweets. Let's see what's on these tweets. We'll go to WC or do we go to the Marsilio Slithery Mons? Marsilio Slithery Mons. Let's go look at this slithering snake man. Nah, he ain't got nothing on there, bruh. Nope. All I see is a whole bunch of clean boxing program stuff. He ain't got nothing on there. But I'm going to shoot him the link. I'm going to shoot Marsilio Sillimans. I'm going to shoot him the link. So he could be properly notified of Dillian Whyte's. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do a retweet with comment. Bam. Yeah. I know you've seen that. But earlier today, I took a little step further and I tweeted to Marsilio Sillimans, Slithery Mons, or like I would like to call him, aka the Enigma, because he can't explain what the fuck a franchise champion is, right? I mean, not the Enigma, the Riddler. Because he can't, you know, he's speaking riddles and shit like that. And basically I asked him, it's like, hey, is this fight sanctioned by the WBC? And then I happened to get word from the homie. So I mosey on over there to the Ukad, the website, so I can get the truth. So this is what this guy said, right? This guy on the Real Boxing Real Truth Facebook page is Marcus Simpson. He said, 80's going to bring lawyers now. Whyte maybe get his shot way sooner than expected. How? Sue for what? Sue for what? Have you even read the WBC rules? Right? And if you were worried about Dillian Whyte, what you should be worried about was, how did everybody else drop him? Why did everybody else but the WBC drop him from the rankings? Everybody else dropped him like a bad habit, except the WBC. And ain't nobody said that. Ain't nobody questioning why did the WBC kept him and everybody else got rid of him. Because it's his second fucking offense. You see what I'm saying? It's his second fucking offense. You can't run from this shit, man. I'm telling people to come holler, man. Come holler at me. I'm tired of all these cats over here using they keyboard warrior fingers on Facebook and the thing. I want to hear what you got to say on the mic. I want to hear what you got to say about how the Dillian dude gonna say Edward is gonna sue now. You know what happens? You know what happens if Edward sues? This is what's going to happen if Edward sues. Everything that the triple BOC has is going to be public knowledge. Everything in that court, everything about what was in the system, how did they clear him, and all that stuff. You're going to have to show proof that he was clean. You're gonna have to prove that he was clean at that point. Because guess what? Everything that's in those documents, the evidence that the triple BOC has is gonna have to be backed up. Their ruling's gonna have to be backed up. That means Dillian Whyte's business is going to be all in the motherfucking streets, front row and center. And guess who's going to be there to go collect? Me. Because I'm going to be the first one to pay my $25, $50, $60, $70 or whatever to get them goddamn court documents. And then I'm not going to be nice about it. I'm going to blast it. Word for word. Screen share. So go ahead and so he could go ahead and sue all he want. Come on with it. You can sue all you want up in these streets. But that don't mean you're going to win. What happens if you lose? You don't remember that Dillian Whyte this whole time was saying, I'm not going to say nothing about the WBC? And Dillian Whyte saying, well, me and Marcilio Sillimans, a.k.a. the Riddler, we cool. We was hanging out in Mexico and blah, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. People don't understand that Marcilio Sillimans, a.k.a. the Riddler, he don't make all the decisions. They're votes. And they're majority votes. It's not just him. He's just the face. He's just the dude that's walking around. He's just the president. Let's see what else we got here. So earlier, I caught this dude in the lie. Caught him in a stone cold lie. This is how I caught him in the lie, right? I asked the dude, right? I was like, hey, man. I was like, have you ever read the triple BOC rules regarding piss tests? And he was like, yeah, I read them extensively. Right? It's going back and forth with him real quick. Questioning him, right? And then he pulls up an article of the triple BOC saying that they're revising their doping policies, right? Not knowing that website got it wrong too. Because the triple BOC don't have their own rules. The triple BOC goes by the triple BOC goes by they don't have their rules. They use Ukad's rules. So anytime you hear somebody saying Anytime you hear somebody saying anything with triple BOC and UCAD, triple BOC doesn't have their own rules, bruh. And then the guy took it a step further, and he was like, well, the WBC doesn't have their own rules regarding piss tests either. I'm like, yeah, they do. So this whole time, basically, long story short, if you ain't read the rules, why the fuck you talking about them? If you ain't read the triple BOC rules, which they don't have their own, if you ain't read the UCAT rules, if you ain't read these sanctioned bodies rules, but you just on there typing away, why the fuck are you talking about it? Why the fuck are you talking about a beat sample when you don't even know, you ain't even read the rules? Where's Dillian Whyte's beat sample? And this and the third, people on there talking about some, wait till the beat sample come out. Wait until the beat sample come out. I'm like, what you mean the beat sample? Have you read the rules? Have you read the rules? Because the rules clearly state that's on the fighter's discretion. The beat sample, according to UCAD, it's the fighter's discretion whether or not he want it out or not. He has to, the fighter, before he tests the beat sample, he has the right to waive it. The fighter has the right to waive the beat sample. And the whole UCAT thing, and this whole thing, let's just do this. Right? 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 Sample. It says 2019, right? Urine sample. Control sample. 2019 sample. 2019 sample. 2019 sample. A sample. You don't see nothing about no damn B sample, do you? There's no mention of a fucking B sample in here. You know why there's no mention of a fucking B sample? Because it's on the discretion of Dillian Whyte. And the B sample was most likely never fucking tested. It ain't none of your fucking business, according to the UCAD. The Wonderful Life of Bob J. These dudes just like to argue. They like to argue. They like to put. I don't know what the point is. What's the but you're right. They like to argue. But what's the point of arguing when you don't even know the rules? When you don't even have the facts? You say Dillian Whyte was the mandatory for 600 days when he wasn't. Because what was Dominic Brazil? What was Dominic Brazil? Number one in the WBC does not mean you're the mandatory. How come you can't get that through your thick head? Oh, because in some sanctioned bodies, number one makes you the mandatory. About the conversation with Reggie Owens, what's happening, baby? What's going down? Just in case you guys want to go and read them rules yourself. I mean, read the statement yourself. An unedited version, straight from UCAD. That's the best way to get it. You don't need to be reading what the fuck Boxing Scene got to say or anybody else got to say. Just read this shit. Read what they got to say. Fuck what I got to say about it. Fuck what everybody else got to say about it. You read it. You come out with your own shit and you come up with your own fucking conclusion for what you're reading. You don't see nothing about a B sample in there. Right? You don't see nothing about how much and nanograms was in the system. See what I'm saying? You don't hear nothing. Only thing you hear is a justification. All you hear is he passed VADA, he passed these other two tests with UCAD. They're trying to tell you and justify to you on why they let him off the hook. The Wonderful Life of Bob J. Bro, I had a dude tell me Fury sold the pay. I heard that same goddamn shit. Let me read it again because I want to read it to its entirety. The Wonderful Life of Bob J. Because I skipped out pay-per-view. Bro, I had a dude tell me Fury sold the pay-per-view. I heard the same damn shit. I heard the same. Somebody told me that same goddamn shit. And you know how, and I was just scratching my head. I was just scratching my head. But you're right. They just want to argue. They just want to create points and argue about something that ain't nothing. Just to get you riled up, just to get you angry, just to get you off your day, just to get you off your start showing indicators. You know what I'm saying? They don't care what they saying, man. I don't think they want to. And then people believe that shit. You know why some people believe that shit? Because they just got here. Because they literally just got here. They literally just got here. They don't know no better. Those guys, I'm fine with. You don't know no better, and all that stuff. Oh, I'm fine with it. But when you start exhibiting that you were trying to play on people's weakness, i.e., they ain't been around enough, they just got here and they're trying to learn something about boxing, and they're having conversations online and stuff like that, and they getting all nerdy and stuff like that, and they finding out shit, and you just playing on their weakness. Yeah, nigga, you need to go. You need to bounce. You need to get up out of here. You why are you here? You literally need to kick rocks, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm trying to find this one caveat on oh, they took it down because it's sorry, but we couldn't find this page. Oh, so they took that down. Maybe nah, that's not gonna work either. If I put about us, I'm trying to find this one caveat, because I'm trying to take it. I found it before. It's on one of my streams as a screenshot. When was this come out? 18 November. Oh, that's reading notices. They just got rid of it. They're gonna put it back up. But like I said, you look up the WBC. Try to find any of you guys. If you guys don't believe me with this, when I say the Triple BOC doesn't have their own rules, go to the Triple BOC website. I have to do it like that because I can't be spitting all day on the mic. Go to their website, the Triple BOC website, and try to find their rules. Try to find it. You ain't gonna find shit. You ain't gonna find it. They don't have it. Nope. And it was on the About Me part of the British Boxing Board of Control, but look like they're under some type of maintenance. But let me see here. I'll probably find it real quick. If I go through the news clippings, I think that's what it's under. Oh, here we go. Let me put you guys on a different screen share. Oh, actually, I could do it like this. I can do it like that. Can you guys see that? Let me read this comment real quick. The Wonderful Life of Bob J. It's simple math. Wilder did 300 plus versus Ortiz. Those are the Fury numbers, literally. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time is, that 275 and 300. I'm taking that. I'll take that because where it came from. Rick Glaser put that 2,500 and that 130K out, and I don't trust. I do not trust Rick Glaser because he has a personal vendetta with the PBC, Al Heyman. And if you go through his Facebook page and you look him up, It ain't nothing. It is all ill will towards the PBC and its fighters and anybody that looks like they're getting cozy with the PBC. So, you know, I'll take the boxing scene over I take the boxing scene over what Chris Glaser got to say. But anyway, now on Sports Center. But like I said, let me blow this up a bit. Make it a little bit bigger. And then see, this is what you see here. Blow it up a little bit better. See, there we go. Can y'all read that? Huh? I mean, I want to make sure you guys can read it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to just go around here and trust in little old me. The triple BOC does not have their own rules. As a matter of fact, let me take a screenshot of all this. See, when you take screenshots, you want to take screenshots of everything, the website header at the top, and you want to take a screenshot of that because then people start getting shit misconstrued, right? Right? So it says British Boxing Board of Control anti-doping regulations, right? It says with regard to the above, United Kingdom anti-doping, that's UKAD, UKAD, undertake all anti-doping procedures on behalf of the British Boxing Board of Control, and any subsequent findings, decisions, suspensions, and sanctions are upheld by the British Boxing Board of Control in line with United Kingdom anti-doping. No further comment will be made at this time. They don't have their own rules. So stop fucking with your boy. Stop telling me what you think it is and tell me what it is. What? Yeah. Oh, now dude acting funny like he can't. I gave him the link because I want to explain. I ain't trying to argue with nobody. I ain't gonna cuss him out. I'm, get my tone a little bit down and stuff like that. I just wanted to hear what he got to really say about, some of the things he be saying in these pages because the dude don't know what he's talking about. He really don't know what he's talking about. And God bless his soul. I hope eventually. I got all kind of screenshots for his ass. I hope eventually he figures it out for himself, man. Like you can't be just going around here just listening to people and stuff like that and thinking that they know what they're doing and they know what they're saying. Some people, they would just want to go out there and listen to sporting icons and believe what he's saying. Now, some of the stuff that sporting icons say is true. And some of the stuff that he says, is just totally fabricated. Totally fucking fabricated. So let me harass this other dude. Let me ask this other dude. I'm gonna ask him, where are you at? Where you at, homie? Where you at? Don't be ducking and dodging from a little old Mike. Mikey Mike. Don't be ducking and dodging me, baby boy. Come on with it. You know what I'm saying? Be like your boy. I must address the bullshit. Fucking clown. Fucking clown. Address that. Address the man with the big shoes with the big rubber nose. Address that, fucking clown. Clown assholes around here. Yeah, they be all right though, man. But this. Oh my God! Speaking of the devil, look who it is. Speaking of, let me know if you want to get on, man. We can chop it up a bit. Let me know if you want to get on. Just shoot your little email in there, man. You can get on a little bit. I ain't gonna block you. You can call me a hater all you want to. I'm just clowning on you. I'm not saying you're wrong with everything you're saying, but some of that shit be kind of, a little off, my brother. But if you want to get on, you get on. Let me know what you want to talk about and stuff like that. But speaking of the devil, goddamn, I said that shit, didn't even look at the comments. Shit, that shit, damn, I must be psychic. Call me Miss Cleo on this motherfucker. No, not Miss Cleo. Mr. Cleo. Yeah, man, call me now. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Yeah, man, where that email at, homie? You don't got to get on if you don't want to get on, man. I ain't trying to pressure you or nothing, man. This ain't no, let's debate for $50, $25, whatever the case may be. You can get on and have a little discussion if you want to, brother. You know what I'm saying? No ill wills. No ill wills at all. Yeah, but like I said, let's go back to the first page here, which we have Dillian Whyte. The statement right here. Well, like I said in the previous videos, I don't wish anybody ill when it comes to popping on a piss test. And I hope nobody pops for a piss test for the Saudi Arabia joint. I hope nobody does. But if somebody happens to piss, I would hope that they will be held accountable, just like anybody else. But now, since Dillian Whyte has been cleared of wrongdoing by Ukad, I would assume, God damn, that like it hurt. I would assume that the WBC doesn't have to, but the WBC still has the right. The WBC still has the right to do their investigation. And the reason why I believe that is because of the WBC was making that often assumption of a rumor, and they had a good stern belief that Dillian Whyte did happen to pop for PEDs. Now, with this current statement from Ukad, which is a joint statement from Mr. Dillian Whyte and Ukad, or Ukad and Mr. Dillian Whyte, which basically states that he did pop for PEDs. I'm pretty sure the WBC wants to see the proof of how much was in his system. Was there a B sample conducted? And how did this come about? I would still think that the WBC still would want to know that, to dot their I's, to cross their T's and dot their I's. But some people out here would believe that it should just be Dillian Whyte suing the WBC, right? And getting his mandatory fight within a year time. I don't believe in that. I believe that in order for you to you have to. I would think you would have to. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I would believe you would have to give that information up to the WBC. And now that the investigation is done, I don't think that should be a big of a hassle for anybody to give up that information. It's not that it's over with. So, say what you want, believe what you want. Yeah, The Wonderful Life of Bob J. Yeah, I saw, but I asked him, like, put your email in there. I send you a link. You can get on. whether or not he wants to, that's up to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to, cuss the motherfucker out and call people all kind of scaredy cats and all that stuff because they don't want to get on. You don't want to get on. You don't want to get on. That's A-okay with me. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. No B sample, no nothing. But like I was saying, man, Dillian Whyte, I think he's as far as Dillian Whyte saying that he's been getting done wrong, he's been getting done wrong by the, WBC because they made him the #1 guy for, or whatever the case may be. I think it's I think he's delusional. I think he's delusional. It's not about you. See, this is what you need to understand. This is what you got to understand. You can't live your life going about worrying about other people. Well, he did this and he got that. And I'm doing this. I deserve more than what this guy is getting. No. The best thing for you to do in boxing in general is if you want a shot at the title, you fight the people who are you supposed to fight. Right? You fight the people who are you supposed to fight. Right? You don't go around. Let me pull up something for y'all so we can get this in a better perspective. Right? You don't go around here talking about you fought the tough fights, you fought the better opposition than other people. I deserve more than what they're getting. That's not how you do things. Because if you go by doing things like that, you never get good results. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to actually, since it ain't working right, I'm just gonna do it like this. Right? Can y'all see that? Yeah, he wants attention. Yep. November 4th, 2017. Dominic Breazeale defeats Eric Molina. Right? Now let's see here. According to the WBC title, is a title eliminator, but there's talk that it's not a final eliminator. As such, Breazeale 32 may need to win one more fight in the final eliminator before he can officially become WBC heavyweight champion. Deontay Wilder mandatory challenger. If Breazeale has to fight a final eliminator, it will likely be against Dillian Whyte. You see what they're saying right here? Against Dillian Whyte, who fancies himself already as the mandatory for Wilder. See what I'm saying? So Dillian Whyte already knew his position. Dillian Whyte already thinking that he's the mandatory, but he's not. The WBC telling Dillian Whyte some other shit, telling the whole world that this fight was for the mandatory, and Dillian Whyte thinking otherwise, not knowing that the WBC is going to say, hey, no, you guys are going to have to fight. You're not going to sit around here and not fight nobody. And what does Dillian Whyte do? Right after this, Dillian Whyte goes and fucking fights Lucas Brown. Right after that, he goes and fights Lucas fucking Brown. Knowing his situation with the WBC. Going around here saying that Dominic Breazeale is the mandatory. Right? But you know that it's not your mandatory position is not set in stone. Hasn't been ruled. Right? But you taking it that way. But you show is taking it that way for no reason at all. For no reason at all. You took it that way because you thought it was the best way to try to sit up over here and punk somebody into fighting you. You ain't gonna punk nobody into fight you because you just sitting up over there talking shit. You gotta be about it. You gotta be about it, homie. You gotta do what you gotta do to be the mandatory. You gotta do what you gotta do to be the mandatory. Not what everybody else think you need to do, what you supposed to do. Now, me, if I was Dillian Whyte, I would have been fought Dominic Brazil. I would have been too easy. If you think that you could beat Deontay Wilder, and you saw Dominic Brazil, you'd have been like, too easy. Too fucking easy. But instead, you fight Lucas Brown. And what happens? They pumped that fight up like it was this world godly fight. Oh, Lucas Brown is in. Edwin Hearn pumping Lucas Brown up, talking about it's going to be a good fight. Lucas Brown is this, Lucas Brown is that. Blah, blah, whoop, whoop, undefeated fighter, ex-world champion, blah, blah, whoop, whoop, whoop. And what happened? He fucking ends up shortening his fucking depends. Sharding in his fucking depends. Nah, I'm gonna delete that comment. I'm gonna delete that one. Talking about some hashtag UGC. Not up in here. Whatever the fuck that means. Get that shit up out of my channel, man. He ain't gonna come up in here and call me a haters, but he gonna come up over here set tripping. Talking about some UGC this and UGC that. Nah, get your ass up out of here, man. Kick rocks. Kick rocks with that, hashtag UGC stuff, man. I don't even know what that stands for. Don't care. Don't want to know. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all do y'all thing, bro. Make sure ain't nobody. Yeah, show that he up in the house. Y'all do y'all thing. You don't want none of this smoke anyways, man. You just up over there, non-answering question ass. I don't answer questions. So, Mr. IOTBA, who's the heavyweight champion right now? I don't answer questions. Come on, bro. You gotta do better than that. You gotta do better than that, bro. Come on. Come on. God bless you. God bless you, though, my brother. God bless you. God bless you. Let's see here. So there was another thing that I thought was like funny as fuck, right? I was on Twitter earlier today, and this dude was Boxing Kingdom on Twitter, right? They was like, as bizarre as it sounds, Anthony Joshua purse on Saturday night could easily surpass the career earnings of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder so far. It's astonishing. The commercial value Team Joshua have built so far. Amazing management. I wrote, but this is based off of how much money Saudi Arabia chooses to pay to a sport wash to sport wash their human rights violations. There are people from Nigeria who have been enslaved or had their human rights violated in Saudi Arabia. And all of them probably looks just like AJ, black. You can't come over here polishing turds. They gave that money to Anthony Joshua to try to build something over in their country, to try to combat the narrative in that country. To combat the narrative, because the narrative is that they violate human rights. And it's not just me saying it. It's not just me saying, I'm not making it up. Human rights organizations are saying this. You see what I'm saying? I'm not making this up. This comes from them. The Wonderful Life of Bob J. IOTBA, he be doing a Fifth Amendment with everything. Yeah, I'm pleading the fifth. Fifth. 503. What Dave, I forgot how Dave Chappelle said it. Fifth. I don't answer questions. I don't recall. Mm-hmm. Did you have a cheeseburger last night with lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, and mayo? I don't recall. Canvas Bear, what's happening, baby? Facts, Mikey. 15-hour a day for low-paid workers in Saudi, man. Canvas Bear, I'm not making this up, man. I'm not making this up. Like, human rights organizations are talking about them, right? Oh, you know what? Let me show y'all another thing. See, let me show y'all another thing. See, y'all think this shit is sweet. Y'all think this shit is motherfucking sweet, right? Pensacola shooting. Gunman was a military pilot from Saudi Arabia training in the U.S., officials say. You think this shit is sweet? Y'all think this is... Y'all think this shit is sweet? Look, this is today. Y'all think this shit is sweet? Out here, y'all think that it's just bells and it's just... Look, Edward Hearn, AJ, they can't say shit about what's going on with human rights in Saudi Arabia. They can't say nothing over there. You just don't go up over there running out the mouth and thinking that you ain't gonna hit 30 minutes down the street. A 30-minute round down the street is where they do the firing squads and hangings at, public executions. 30 minutes down the road. It's where they having that boxing match in Saudi Arabia. You think they'll let you up out of there? You up over there? You over there, Batman from the Prince and the King and all that? No, off with his head. Off with his head. Matter of fact, go get Big Buster. How about that? Go get Big Buster. Oh, y'all don't know who Big Buster is? Let me see. Y'all don't know who Big Buster is? This is Big Buster. Let me show y'all. Y'all see him? Can y'all hear that?
I didn't know it was your daughter. I'm sorry.
This dude raped his daughter.
Please don't kill me. No. Ain't gonna kill you. You don't deserve that.
That's Big Buster.
Say hello to Big Dick Buster.
That's what's going to happen when you talk shit up over there in Saudi Arabia about the king. Canvas Bed says, Ellie setback is in Saudi Arabia for years. No Jews allowed. Oh, shit. Damn. That's a good-ass question. Yo. Because they is over there fucking up the Arab people up over there, the Jews. That's a good-ass question. It probably depends on his ties. Like if he's probably over there fucking with them and they can prove it, He ain't going back home. But this is just today. It says Pensacola, Florida. A Saudi Arabian military pilot training in the United States opened fire Friday morning at Naval Air Station Pensacola, leaving 3 people dead and several others wounded before Florida sheriff's deputy shot and killed him. It was the second deadly shooting at U.S. Naval Base this week. Federal and state officials have confirmed the government was participating in aviation training, although they would not disclose details on his status. With Saudi Arabian military, President Trump said on Twitter that Saudi King Solomon had called him to express his sincere condolences and give him his sympathies. Thank you very much. Y'all think this shit is sweet, but I must address the bullshit. Y'all think this shit is sweet up over there in Saudi Arabia, man? Come on, man. I'm showing y'all. Baby boy. This shit ain't sweet up in these streets. Make sure the motherfucker ain't there. Shit ain't sweet. Yeah, keep it up there for a minute so y'all can see that. Yeah, the 5th. Yeah, that motherfucking 5th Amendment is a motherfucker. Motherfucker sporting that 5th like it ain't no thing. So let me pull this one up. See, I think I'm playing. Right? So this is what we got next, right? This is what we got. This is what we got next. So Whyte, I'm getting screwed over. Wilder don't want to fight me. What do you mean Wilder don't want to fight you? First of all, Wilder has better plans. Wilder's about to fight Tyson Fury, which I would assume everybody in the boxing community, hardcore or casual, would say who is better than you, right? Not only is he better than you, he's a better draw than you in the United States. Not only is he a better draw than you in the United States, he's a better draw than you in the UK. So let's not go there with anybody not wanting to fight you, right? You had your time to be blessed by the Bronze Bomber. But what you did was you went up over there, right? You went up over there, and who did you fight? Well, Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker, and then you fought Derek Chisora for the second time. So what you should do is, Dillian Whyte, is just be quiet. Because whatever you got to say about nobody wanting to fight you when it comes to Deontay Wilder, it's irrelevant. Now, it says Dillian Whyte isn't angry at the WBC president, Marsilio Suleiman, or a.k.a. the Riddler, anymore. The brash British heavyweight has patched up his philosophical differences with Suleiman, whatever, even though the WBC won't reinstall him as the mandatory challenger for its heavyweight title until February 2021. If Whyte wins all of his fights until then, Whyte thought he had earned his shot at Deontay Wilder's title yet again by beating Oscar Rivas on July 20th. And who was Oscar Rivas? You're saying who was Luis King Kong Ortiz, but who was Oscar Rivas? Who did Oscar Rivas fight? Who did he fight? Who did Oscar Rivas fight? Who was him? Why was he fighting for an eliminator? I don't know. Who was he fight? But the WBC will wait until Whyte's situation to resolve with UK anti-doping before moving him back into the top spot in his heavyweight rankings. WBC suspended Whyte's status as his mandatory challenger and stripped him of interim championship he won versus Rivas due to an adverse finding in the performance-enhancing drug test administered by Ukad prior to his 12th round unanimous decision to fight defeat of Colombia's Rivas 4 months ago at O2 Arena in London. Whyte maintains his innocence and has said he beat Rivas fair and square. Whatever, motherfucker, you did have D and ball in your system. 31-year-old Whyte is scheduled to return to the ring Saturday night. He'll pose Poland's Whack in a 10-round whack-ass fight bout that was late addition to Anthony Joshua and Ruiz undercard at, I forget, I don't know how to pronounce it, Saudi Arabia. I don't want to talk about WC because listen, I've been removed from the #1 contender, WhyteToeBoxingScene.com. You know me. You know me, man. I've been getting screwed over in boxing left and right and center. You know, ain't nothing new. I've been getting screwed over, man. But it is what it is. You getting, you know what, Dillian Whyte? You know what the main reason why you're getting screwed over, my brother? The main reason why you're getting screwed over is because you're with Matchroom Boxing. If you was with Frank Warren, I bet you, I guarantee you, Frank Warren would have had your ass. Frank Warren would have been licking his fucking chops at the idea of you fighting Dominic Breazeale. Licking his chops. But you know what you did? You didn't fight him. You dicked around. But you want to get mad at Deontay Wilder. For what? Because of your shortcomings. Huh. That don't make no motherfucking sense. Stormy B, man, what's happening? Michael Johnson Bond talking more. Handle your business, bro. Yeah. You know, they clowns, man. They straight up, these dudes clowns, man. Dillian Whyte didn't want no smoke. If Dillian Whyte really wanted to fight Deontay Wilder, all he had to do, look, people can say this, which is fair. People can say Deontay Wilder said, you fight King Kong Ortiz and you beat him and I'll fight you. That is fair and fucking square. That's fair. But if you don't want to believe Deontay Wilder's word, you could have fought Dominic Breazeale. And there's no excuses with that. You know why there's no excuses with that? For all you idiots out there talking about how Dillian Whyte and Edward Hearn is going to sue the WBC, and how even right now, today, saying that if Whyte would have fought Dominic Breazeale, and if the WBC didn't give him that shit, he could have fucking sued. The same way that y'all talking about right now. Right? So I don't want to hear it. Ask yourself this. Why in the fuck did Dillian Whyte fight why in the fuck did Dillian Whyte fight Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker, and Derek Chisora? Why did he fight those guys? Dillian Whyte wasted a whole year of his fucking career fighting people, fighting level of competition that Wilder has fought, but you call them bums. So call the people that you fought bums. Tomato cans. Nobodies. Call them guys that. It's not my fault. It's not nobody else's. It's not WB's fault. It's not Stormy B-Man's fault. It's not Kevin Ben's fault. It ain't nobody's fault out here. Not Laws Dean. Not Alex Santos. Nobody's fault out here. That you are not fighting Deontay Wilder when you're supposed to. You could have fought Deontay Wilder at that date. That you could have been fight 6 months ago. You could have fought Deontay Wilder. 4 months ago. 5 months ago. You could have been fighting. You the one who waited a year and some change. A year and a half. You wasted a year and a half of your life. You wasted a year and a half of getting in the ring, taking punches, going through all them fucking grueling training camps. You wasted all that precious time fighting the level of competition that you fought because you didn't want to fight Dominic Breazeale. A person that I would even say you would dust him off smooth. Too easy. But you want to go and blame it on everybody else. You want to say Deontay Wilder don't want to fight you. Deontay Wilder don't want to fight you because he got better plans. Ain't nobody gonna come. Ain't no if all these cats is over here saying they don't want to see no goddamn Deontay Wilder versus no Louis King Kong Ortiz, and then they say, see, look at them numbers. See, look at them numbers. What do you think the numbers will be then when he fights your sorry ass in the United States? You think they're gonna do? You think they're gonna do 275? You gonna put your money where your mouth and say it'll do 138K? You gonna put your money up? You gonna put your money where your mouth is with that? Mr. I'm the can man. Yeah, you the can man. You a tomato can. You a tomato can. That's what you is. I don't, you know, that's what you is. You know who you look like right now? Dillian Whyte? This is what you look like right now. This is the fuck what you look like right now. The can man. Oscar, the motherfucking grouch. The can man. He lives in the fucking can. Just like the man you is, you sorry ass motherfucker. Wasting a year and wasting a year and a half of your boxing career by not fighting Dominic Brazil. Look. This is how you look. You look silly than a motherfucker. Not only do you look silly, you look fucking dirty. You look like you need a fucking haircut. You look like you need to wash your ass. You look like every time you pop out of the goddamn garbage can, you begging for fucking cookies. You're begging for fucking food. Matter of fact, you don't need to go nowhere because everybody, when they're done eating their fucking sandwich, all the way down to the very last crumb, they ball the goddamn thing up and throw it in there, and they got you licking the fucking wrapper. You're a wrapper licker. That's what you is. I don't understand this motherfucker. That's Dillian Whyte right there. The can man. You call yourself the can man because of Dean Whyte called you the fucking can man. That's what you said in the interview. And who the fuck is because Dean Whyte called you yeah, that's what he called me, right? The can man. So I'm the can man. No, you're not the fucking can man. When you fought Lucas Brown, was you the can man? When you fought Ivaka Bjerson, was you the can man? When you fought Robert Bullionius, was you the can man? You will be the can man if you got your ass out of that motherfucking can where fucking Matchroom Boxing, Edward Hearn got your ass stuck in the rat race, not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and fight Dominic Brazil. You a Chi-Chi man, living in the can. The Wonderful Life of Bob J. Yeah, the UK loves our culture. AB is the can man. Yeah, he'll fight anybody. But he won't let them hands go. Adrian Broner fight anybody. But he definitely ain't gonna let them hands go. Most definitely. I had faith in that brother, man, so many times. But that last loss, I just threw my hands up. Laws know I picked him. But I just threw my hands up. And I had to give it to Laws and them, like, I had to tell him, man, hey, man, y'all brothers right. This dude, he don't want to let his hands go. I mean, he's a great gifted boxer. I mean, his stamina is up there. He's in the gym like he's supposed to. But he's just, Laws, I see you, baby. I wait. But it's just, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I have faith in him. But like how long I gotta wait? How long I gotta wait for this dude to get his shit together? Hey, Stormy and Canvas, man. Did I send y'all guys the link? If y'all want to get on, just jump on, man. If I thought I sent y'all the link. The Wonderful Life of Bob J. I think he has a weak chin when he can't see the punch. Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like with boxers. It's like Some people, if they don't see the punch coming, they get fucking hurt bad. Some people, they don't see the punch coming. You know, they don't. Some people just got chins, man. You know. Some people, you just gonna have that. You're just gonna have that retarded strength to knock them out. You know. And I got but this is the thing, is that I don't understand about Dillian Whyte. This is the thing I won't do. I'm not the guy who's gonna sit up over here and back my countryman just because he's fighting somebody else from another country. No. I go with who I think is the best fighter. I never said this is a UK versus American thing. I don't get down like that. Do not. There's people over here in the US I do not like when it comes to YouTube. God bless their souls. But I do not like them when it comes to YouTube. Laws. Hey, y'all, check it out. Now, for your viewing pleasure, I have Laws D the Pimpin', bitches.
What's good, Mike? You all right?
Yeah, man, look at your screen. I found the can man, Dillian Whyte, Oscar the fucking Crouch. He lives in a fucking can.
Yeah, I was just laughing to myself before I seen that. I just got back from the shop and I just seen that.
Oh, how was the slave ship, dude?
Yeah, I've got to go back tomorrow, man.
Are they working you hard?
Yeah, I got work in the morning again, man. Sick of the place, but yeah. So, what was I going to say to you? Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Just before he's just about to have a fight, he gets the all clear.
Yeah, I was. Somebody wrote that. Somebody wrote the same thing, man. Somebody wrote the same thing. What's up, Lost One? What's happening? Somebody wrote the same thing on Facebook to me, and I was just like, man, I can't call it. It's like right on fucking time, you know.
Exactly.
They didn't.
Exactly, man.
Well, let me pull it back right here. You can read for yourself what they said. Matter of fact, if you're on your computer, you can do this at the same time. You can read it too here.
Yeah, not on my laptop, just on my phone.
So this is what I read. So as far as the way, so the headline from the from Ukad's website, the statement, because that's what I like to read. I like to read it. If I can get it from the source, that's what I'm going to read. It says Ukad and Mr. Dillian Whyte issue joint statement, right? So it come from both of them, and they say that it was low traces amount, and how that he passed all the tests before Ukad tested him, and when Ukad tested him, he popped dirty 3 days before his 20 before the fight.
Yeah.
And then they go into, it's like, hey, from what he has provided, it what it says there is nothing in Mr. Whyte's longitudinal urinary profile to suggest that he has used steroids. So there's nothing. There's basically saying there's no proof that shows that Dillian Whyte used steroids, but he popped for steroids. It says the levels of the metabolites found in Mr. Whyte's 20 June 2019 sample were extremely low. Right? Says Mr. Whyte had provided a urine sample to VADA on 17 June 2019, i.e. 3 days before his 20 June 2019 sample, which was tested by a WADA accredited laboratory and which returned a negative result, including for the metabolites in question. So he popped, then on the 17th he didn't pop, but on the 20th he did pop.
Oh, he's popped, hasn't he?
Yeah. So it said,
no matter what day.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, Mike. He's popped. I believe so. Anyway, definitely. It's just I don't know, mate. Like I say, it's fucking corrupt as fuck, ain't it, boxing?
Something ain't right, man. And then this is the highlight of it all. In light of the above points, the trace amounts of metabolites found in the 20 June 2019 sample are consistent with an isolated contamination event, and they are not suggestive of doping.
Yeah.
So he had it in the system.
Oh yeah, for real. Yeah.
Last one said, "What does this mean for the Mando spot? Think he can still get it, or will he still have to wait until 2021?" Well, there's a couple of caveats with this, right?
That's a good question. That.
This is my key thing about the 2021 thing. The 2021 thing is so that Wilder can fight for undisputed, but nothing in the way. See what I'm saying? Because if Dillian Whyte really want to act like a bitch, he'd really get upset if the WBC made him a franchise champion. Look at Charlo.
Yeah,
and you really think he's getting done dirty. Now another thing is that I said early in the video, which was that with the so at first when the WBC made this ruling, it was around the same time all the other sanctioned bodies dropped Dillian Whyte from their rankings, right?
Yeah.
So if you think about it, at that time, they didn't know. They knew that it was a good chance that it was a doping violation. And then when the WBC asked Ukad for the information, Ukad declined and said, ongoing investigation, we can't, confidential, right?
Yeah.
So now the WBC knows for a fact it was for steroids. He had steroids in his system and he did pop, right? Yeah. Now the WBC, in my opinion, if they choose so, reserves the right to do their own investigation. If they choose so.
They can do. Yeah.
So even though they already said 2021, now that they know that it is a fact that this guy
he's had traces of it on him.
Exactly. In his system. Because this is what Ukad put out. You can't refute it.
Do you think the rest of the governing bodies, do you think that they are throwing back in the ranking systems now?
I think some of them will. I think some of them will, but I think maybe one or two, maybe one at the max. But the fact that still remains is this is his second time for popping, and I think that if they do have caveats for second time offenses, I would think that one of these sanctioned bodies got to send these guys the evidence, man.
Yeah.
Because the whole statement that Ukad put out, the only thing that pops out that it tells me is that they're justifying letting them off the hook.
Exactly, Mike. I totally agree with that, brother. They might as well have never even reported it.
Yeah.
Because like I said to you I think it was last week or week before, basically all what he's done is he's kept himself away from the media. He's kept himself quiet, and then all of a sudden, I seen as soon as he got towards the AJ fight and he announced on Instagram that he was going to be fighting. This is when I said to you the other week, are you sure that he's definitely not fighting on the undercard? Because he'd put on his Instagram that he was fighting on the 7th of December.
Well, and then, he didn't say he was fighting. That's the thing.
No, he didn't. But he said on his Instagram, he said 7th of December, let's go, baby, let's go.
Yeah, but that's
to me.
No.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
Well, to me, he was advertising himself that he was going to be in action, and then I seen loads of videos of him cussing Wilder and other fighters and shit like that, and then Next thing you know, he's on the undercard and he's being cleared. It's all bullshit, man.
Mm.
I mean, even most boxers now, do get caught red-handed, like Fat Dusty Miller. You're getting a slap on 6-month ban, and that's it. Back in the ring.
I mean, that's what I'm. That's exactly what I'm. It's right on time.
Yeah.
It's right on time, man. But at the end of the day, like I'm not wishing that, like, you know, somebody comes out here and somebody comes out here and pops. You
No,
know,
I mean, even
you know, I'm not wishing
I've,
that somebody comes out of here and pops for steroids or wherever the case may be. I want the best for these cats, man. Like, I don't want nobody popping up leading up to this the fights. Oh, my cousin was in another play. That's what's up. He's in the big play.
thing is, you don't want anyone dying, do you? Because someone's cheated.
That too. Damn,
Yeah.
my cousin was another big play. Damn. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
That's what I think. Okay, if you pop dirty once, you should get a year ban. Pop dirty twice, I think you should just be gone. Your license taken off you and revoked and just gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially people like fucking Fat Dusty Miller, that big fat piece of shit. Fucking going on social media and say, "Oh, AJ's full of fucking juice and fucking all this shit." He's this. He even said it at the press conference, and then it turns out that big fat bastard was fucking full of fucking more juice than fucking Boots Chemies.
Yeah. They
The man was a walking fucking ped cabinet.
this shit gonna keep happening, man.
Unfortunately, mate, yeah, it is.
It's gonna keep happening until somebody, somebody just had a 4-year ban, and there's all types of bans going around here.
Yeah.
Nah, it's gonna keep happening until somebody fucking gets hurt or gets a real fucking lengthy ass fucking ban.
Well, Mike, how many boxers have died this year in the ring? Because I can name, I can't name three of them, but I know
like
it when.
5, man.
Yeah. You've had the Russian lad who Buddy McGurk was his coach. He died. You had a lad in Argentina who died. You had what was his name the other week? The young black lad who Eddie and his false crocodile tears cried for him.
Oh yeah, you had him too.
Patrick Day, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had him. That's 3 I can definitely name. I mean, obviously,
Mexico. You had a dude in Mexico.
Yeah. Yes, so there's 4 straight away. Who's to say that? I'm not saying that they did, but you never know, do you?
Nah.
Nah.
Somebody. But that's the thing, is like, you don't hear the autopsy reports, and then you don't.
No, I'm not saying that they had shit in them.
No. I'm just saying in general, like, you don't hear the autopsy reports. You don't hear like the outs and ends of what happened and stuff like that. You don't hear nothing about that. The only thing you hear about is the dude died, but you don't hear nothing else. You don't know if the guy had juice in him, and you don't know if he did have juice in him. They don't want to show it because of the simple fact is, if they did show it, then it'd be a whole big thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you don't know that somewhere down the line they could have had a fight with a fighter who was on juice. You might have caused them some damage leading up to another fight. You never know, do you? Just never know. But I know one thing: I think it's an absolutely disgrace that you You've got to pump yourself. Listen, in some sports, people use performance-enhancing drugs, you know, like for running and things like that, or bodybuilding. That's a different ball game because okay, it's cheating, it's all the same, but it's totally different from a full contact sport or some kind of contact sport because that's where people, you know, you're putting people's lives on at risk,
Yeah.
especially with boxing, you know, or any kind of contact sport.
What up,
Hey,
Andre? What's happening?
kickboxing.
What's up? What's happening, Big Pimpin'? Yeah, you absolutely motherfucking right, my brother.
Try go, you shouldn't be fucking taking shit like that and you going into the ring. I don't know, mate. I find it strange. Me
Uh,
personally, I think Fast Eddie's don't know whatever he's done. He's waved his magic wand and it's worked.
so so
Be
Andre
interesting.
Andre said, "What you think about AJ weight loss?" Really, to tell you the truth, really don't care. Um, I think that in this amount of time, that it's not going to be the easiest. Uh, you, you know, this the speed and stamina and all that stuff. In that amount of time, is not going to be the best thing. I think weight loss should have been something done over a course of a few fights that he had. Um, I never thought that a guy at his stature needed to, with that type of natural body mass needs to be 254 pounds to be competitive in the heavyweight division, to be elite, to be an undisputed fighter in the heavyweight division. I think that um, I think nothing of it. Really, to tell you the truth, I think nothing of it. It's nothing fucking drastic. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing fucking
No, but I
drastic.
think it's a good thing for him.
You know, maybe he might have more stamina now. Maybe he might
Yeah.
not. But coming in there at 254 and no, no, for
I
what?
think AJ should come in at 230, me.
Yeah, 230ish. Yeah, I don't see. You
Yeah.
know, because he's what is he like 6'5", 6'6"?
6'6", isn't he?
Yeah, there's no, if that's what, if you know there's no need to be in the ring at 254 pounds looking stiff.
No.
And then you
Hey,
have, go ahead.
excuse me. Hey, Mike, who you got winning that fight tomorrow?
Huh?
Who you got winning that fight tomorrow?
I got Andrew Ruiz.
Yeah. I'm 50-50, you know, mate. I don't know. I think people are looking past AJ. I think AJ. I don't know the videos and the interviews what I've seen of him this week, man. He looks to me. He looks hungry to me. Whether or not he is, I don't know. But I'm just saying what body language what I've seen of him. I think AJ's up for it. I, I think he's going to be definitely better fight, and harder fight than the first one. I don't believe Ruiz is going to whitewash him. What people are saying, he might beat him. He might even very well knock him out, but I don't think he's going to knock him out in like 3-4 rounds. He's not that dumb. He ain't going to fall for that trick again. I can see him jabbing and holding, jabbing and holding.
Um, like I said, I don't uh I don't care if he looks ready and all that stuff. You know, really don't. They both look ready, but
Mm.
it's how you got caught in the first time. You know,
That's what I mean. That's yeah.
no, because the way I put it is that you can look, um, you can look, you can be scared. You could be scared. and all that stuff before the fight. But when that bell go ding ding, that's when it all
Yeah.
counts. You know, that's when it all counts. And my and most people that do plays and do acting and stuff like that, people always do better than the rehearsals.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah. I
know,
agree with that.
um,
Do you do you think it being in a neutral country? Do you think that plays a favour towards AJ?
but this might not be a neutral country.
Mm,
You know, this might not be a neutral country because everything might be in Anthony Joshua's favor for him to
yeah, true. Yeah,
looking all
yeah.
confident and all that stuff. So they probably running free reign over there.
Do you know what, mate? I'm really interested in this fight. I wasn't really that asked a couple of months, well, about a month ago. Before I wasn't really that bothered about it because I just
Mm-hmm.
thought same result. But me, honestly, I think it's going to be a good fight. I just, I don't know. I'd like them both to go at it, but I don't want to see what AJ did against Parker, where the refs jumping in and stopping him on the inside, because
Oh
that's
yeah,
boring. Like, I
most
don't want to see
definitely.
that shit. But I do believe. I think AJ's hungry. I think he's hungry. I don't think. I don't know. I've just read so many comments where people saying, "Oh, he's going to get bounced. He's going to get knocked out easy." I think he'll come to fight tomorrow. Me.
No, I don't. I never. No, I don't. I don't think it's going to be like Wilder just walk up to Dominic Brazil and just like
Yeah,
fucking
yeah. I'm
blow
saying
his
that.
brains
Yeah.
out. I think it's gonna be a tough fight for both of them. But like
Yeah, me too. That's
Andre said, well, see the guy to remember, AJ caught him with a beautiful uppercut. He just went in reckless and paid the price. Well, I'm put like this: if you look at AJ didn't go in reckless. I'm gonna tell
no.
you guys, and I'm gonna tell you guys why I believe that he didn't come in reckless.
I think he did after that
The,
hook, after he knocked him down, Mike.
nah, he wasn't leaning or
Not
nothing like.
reckless, not reckless, but he jumped in feet first.
Nah, I mean, I think he did what he normally does in every other fight. He just got fucking caught, and that's what happens.
True.
And that's just what happens when you throw in combinations like that, and somebody just they put their hands up and they just lean and swing. That's what fucking happens. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mike. Sorry to keep butting in. Watch the Klitschko fight, right? And then watch the Ruiz fight. It's very same punch. What Klitschko knocked AJ down with is the same punch. What
Hmm.
Ruiz knocked him down. He clipped around his temple, around the side of his temple, and he does that mad little jig and then fucking goes down. I watched the fight the other night, the Klitschko fight, and then I seen the Ruiz fight today. I thought that's the same shot.
No, I didn't know that. Last one
Mm.
said my money is on AJ, KO, Andy Gasson. I'll put it like this. I know motherfuckers that can. I know fat, out of shape looking motherfuckers that swim circles around your ass. So don't let that 280, 290, whatever fool you. Don't let it fool
Is that
you.
what he's coming in at? 280.
I think it's like 280, 290, something like that.
Fuck.
It doesn't matter.
Wow.
It doesn't. It
Oh, I
doesn't.
know, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's just how much good of a shape that he's in when he get in the ring. And if you think he's gassing, that's a good guesstimation. Because that's the way he looks. But like I always try to tell folks, don't matter. It don't matter what they look
No,
like. It don't matter what they look like
exactly.
going into the fight. It matters what they do in the ring. Anthony Joshua always looked like he was in the best of shape, but always looked like he was tired. Hmm.
Yeah. That's where the saying comes, don't it? Never judge a book by its cover.
Damn right. Last one said AJ is going OT, be even faster. He might, never know. Andre said, hell nah, this shit ain't neutral at all. He also goes and say everybody knows This is suspect as a motherfucker, dog. Andre says facts. Andre says he had all his clothes on with the big ass hat, probably like 270s. He had weights in his pockets. Andre said I heard Andy was 255 in the Joseph Parker fight. He probably was. I can't recall,
Yeah, he
but
was 254, I think he was.
But you know, I put it like this, man. Y'all just wait and see if this dude come in there banging and swinging and shit like that, and the fight don't go past the seventh or the distance, or Andrew Ruiz lasts all the way to the 12th round and it goes to decision, and Andrew Ruiz ain't gassed out, but Anthony Joshua is. I don't want to hear it. But to
Yeah.
tell you the truth, as far as with stamina issues and stuff like that. With Anthony Joshua, it was a good thing that he finally got. Um, it was a good thing that he finally got somebody in there that knew how to knew something about stamina, and that's Klitschko. Whether or not he was gassing out in the ring, or whether or not he wasn't gassing out in the ring,
Is
he
that
certainly.
Klitschko in his camp?
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Yeah. Do you know what, Mike? I don't know, man. I think
See,
I definitely, I think there will be a knockout tomorrow. Who I don't know. Really don't.
what'd you say? Laws, laws, laws. Yo, damn, laws, you fell off a bit, man. But I heard something. Law, I hear something. Oh, I don't hear nothing. Yeah, for all you guys out there, because I got this idiot on Twitter, talking shit. I never once said that Dillian Whyte was bad. No, never did. I said he was dropped from all the rankings except the WBC. I also want to say that Dillian Whyte still had issues with Ukad until those get resolved. I don't want to hear it. So, if you think I said he was bad, you can eat a dick. Andre said he was training with Klitschko. Yep. I see you, Laws. You back?
Yeah.
Hey, Laws, can you hold it down so I can go use the bathroom real quick? I got to use the WBC.
Yeah, no worries, bro.
All right.
Yeah, so just my point on the fight tomorrow. I definitely believe that people are looking past Anthony Joshua. I'm not an Anthony Joshua fan. I mean, I've got nothing against him. I think he's a good boxer. But I definitely believe that people are looking past him, because what I've heard on social media, oh, he's going to get bounced, he's going to get knocked out, he's going to get this, he's going to get that. I don't believe so. I think he's hungry, and I think he's definitely come to fight. But the only thing is, can he do it? I mean, and or not, I hope he does do it, because he's British and I'm British. But the only thing, what worries me, if he does win, will we see that Kadamari shit, what he pulled before, where he was ducking Wilder?
Yo, Laws, where you go?
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
I told you I had to go
Come
to the
on.
bathroom, man. Why you put yourself on mute?
I didn't. I've only just put it on mute.
Oh, you heard me coming?
No, someone's just come in the room, mate, making a noise. So I just like put it on mute and walk out the way.
Oh, he said the rematch. Andre said Ruiz got a hell of a chance too. Yeah, Andre, the rematch should have been in New York again. Andre also says, salute my boy Laws. Andre said, damn, Regis fight still has me pissed too, bro. The way I put it is that I don't know what Anthony Joshua gonna do this fight though, man. He gotta do something though, man. He can't just get up. I know he's not gonna get in there late and lay down, but you know he can't. You know, get up in there
Yeah.
and do what he did the first fight. I think there's multiple ways to win a fight. You know, but this one, man, you gonna have to.
The only thing what scares me, mate, is I don't want to see Josie Parker bullshit. What he did.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you win how you win how you've got to win, don't you? Suppose.
Yeah.
Whether that means you got a jab hold, whatever. A win's a win. But to be honest, Mike, I'm not being funny, mate. I want him to win because I want to see Wilder Joshua. That is a fight what I wanted to see, and I wanted to see from years ago. I think we were starved of it, and I'd love to still see. I just think that's. I think Joshua Wilder is a better fight than Joshua Ruiz. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know what you think.
I put it like this. I think after watching both of these fights, I think both of the fights are just going to be as good. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a what do you call it? A one-sided fight.
Snooze fest.
Say.
Snooze fest.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a snooze fest. I think these two fights are going to be just as good as just as spectacular as the Deontay Wilder Ortiz fight. Just as spectacular because these are the top guys in the heavyweight division. I mean,
yeah, for real.
Whether or not you hate Anthony Joshua in the ring, outside of the ring, or whatever, personally or whatever. I don't think this is going to be like, hey, let's just walk up in here and handle our motherfucking business and walk out of the way. Nah, bruh.
No.
Nah, bruh.
This is a good ass fight. This is, Mike. I'm really looking forward to it tomorrow. I am, because this year's been shite for boxing. The best fights I've seen is the Porter Spence, Prograis, and Taylor. And that's Dominic Brazil Wilder. That was good because he got fucking pole-axed, didn't he? The Joshua Ruiz was a good fight, and hopefully the Joshua Ruiz second one will be a good fight. Apart from that, I haven't really enjoyed boxing this year. I think it's been pretty much mediocre.
I think God damn it. I think damn, they killing the game. I think if Gervonta Davis would have got off his ass.
Yeah.
And I mean, well, not him. I think if his handlers would have set something up like they said they was, I think it would have been a good year. Since they didn't, because it would have opened up more surprises for later. Since they didn't, especially if they did it beginning of the year, then at the end of the year they had another one, man, good year. But since they didn't, and then Charlo didn't get rid of the Cyclops, that didn't help.
Hey, when is that fight? Is that the Tony Harris fight you're talking about?
Yeah.
That's another good fight.
Huh?
That's another good fight what I'm looking forward to. Only because Tony Harris has got up in Charlo's Ed. He's got on his mind, hasn't he? Charlo's. I can see Harris winning that again. I told you this. Only because he's Charlo's a fucking. He's too emotional.
I don't think he's in. I don't think he's in Charlo's head like people think he is.
Well, he certainly fucking was at that press conference, Mike.
Yeah, I mean they're just talking shit. I mean, they're just talking shit, and one can't talk shit, and the other one can't.
Yeah, but it's not just that, Mike. Charlo. Do you know when you were a kid? How can I explain?
Laws. I know exactly what you're talking about. What I'm saying is, I am not going to stick my neck out and say that this guy is all up in this guy's head when I'm not. First of all, I don't know Charlo like that. I'm not there, and stuff like that. I'm not Charlo, so I'm not going to stick my neck out and say that he's all up in his head, because once that bell go ding ding ding, like I keep saying, that's when you can start making.
Yeah.
That's when you can start making conclusions about whether or not Harrison was in his head or not, because now you're going to be weighing your options about how he was fighting, how the instructions from his corner was saying, the instructions from his corners was saying, and what he was doing in the rest of the round and stuff like that. That's when I can start doing that, but I'm not going to do it until after the fight, because you got to have something to show for it. You got to have a cause and effect.
Thing is, though, Mike, as well, it could come back to bite Harrison on his arse, because he got the win and no one expected him to beat Charlo. And then ever since then, he's been talking shit about Charlo. So it very well could come back to haunt him. But me personally, I just think Charlo's too emotional. And that's why I think Harrison will beat him.
I think Harrison's going to get his ass whooped. And
even Callie said that. I'm sure Callie said that he's got Harrison to beat him.
Oh, I wouldn't care.
No, I'm just saying. Don't get me wrong. If Charlo catches him, he's out of there. It's good night.
No, I don't think it's going to be a matter of catching him. I think that it's going to be an ass whooping.
Yeah, but Mike, he's proved that the guy can run. He's proved that he can get on.
No. But that's what I'm saying. The second in this fight, we don't know. You see what I'm saying? We don't know if Harrison's going to be able to run around the ring, play ring around the rosy. We don't know if he's going to be able to sit up over there and pop shot here and there, land a few punches and stand on the back foot, waiting to counter the whole day. We don't know. What I know is, until the fight happens, I'm not gonna make an assumption. I'm not gonna make an assessment on who's in whose head and who's gonna fight the best fight because of somebody seems like they're in somebody's head. What I know is that at the end of the day, as a man, if I was a boxer, if I want to win, and I know I want to win, I'm gonna listen to my motherfucking corner. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get up and get this win, to get this guy up out of here, because I know what he's gonna try to do. No, he's gonna try to counter the whole night and get on the offense here and there. But that's what I'm assuming. So I know that I can't just come up in here and just headhunt.
Well, that's why I'm saying that's what makes it an interesting fight. If Charlo sticks to what Derek James tells him to do, then hell yeah. But if Charlo loses his marbles, and just say, for instance, it goes to gets to 6 rounds and he can't catch Harrison, Charlo's going 4 bits.
Maybe I don't see it happening. Don't see it.
Well,
I see ass whooping.
Like I say, that's what makes it an interesting fight. I'm looking forward to that fight. I really am.
Rob Sportsman Lee, what's up? Last one said, wait, you said he still has issues with them. I thought he was fully cleared. Nah, he's fully. I never. It seems like he's fully cleared. Andre, nah, bro. He is in his head. Let's be real. Nah, I don't think so. Last one. Yeah, they are looking past him. He didn't get this far by being a bad fighter. Never said they looking past him. I don't think anybody in here said they looking past him. I don't think he looking past him. I just think that he knows what to do now to beat the guy. Lawson said, Laws, this fight is going to be completely different. Maybe. Who knows? We're going to see. Lawson said, you got to remember, Mike, AJ still hits like a truck himself. I mean, AJ hits like a truck himself, but, you know, obviously we saw that fight. Who got the best of who? Lawson said he's not going to be dancing around all night. He gonna have to. He can't. AJ has no business allowing Andrew Ruiz to get into the inside. He has no business.
Oh no, hell no.
It's a 10-inch reach difference. You got no business letting this dude in the inside.
He's got to
And
keep
when he
him
does
at
get in
bay.
the inside, you hold the motherfucker.
Yeah.
You hold the motherfucker. Keep him from hitting.
If Andy Ruiz gets on the inside, Mike, it's game over.
You can't allow this guy to.
So just what I say, salute to Rob Sportsman Lee.
You can't allow. I mean, that's what I would do. I'm not gonna allow motherfucker. I'm gonna take. You call it what you want to, but I'm not gonna let this short ass motherfucker. This short ass motherfucker get in the inside and start pelting me up. Especially when I got 12 rounds to go. Hell no, I'm holding.
Damn right. Do you know what he's got to do, Mike? He's got to fight similar to how we fought Povetkin. Because Povetkin is a great inside fighter, or he was.
Yeah.
He's got to like how when he had that first round with Povetkin, I think Povetkin caught him. I can't remember what it was. It was a overhand right or left, but it was over the top of his jab, and he wobbled him and he bust his nose, and then after that he just jabbed him, kept him at bay, and after about 3-4 rounds, Povetkin couldn't get in on the inside. And I totally agree with you. That's what he's got to do with Ruiz. He cannot afford to let Ruiz get on the inside. If he does, it's game over. He's getting knocked out.
Yeah.
But if he can keep Ruiz at bay, like you just said, he's got a massive reach advantage. The man's got to use his jab. He's got to use the uppercut. He's got to use the straight right, straight down the pipe. I don't want to see that sloppy jabbing to the belly and stuff like that. He's just got to jab the man's head off all night. Just keep him at bay. And if he gets past your jab, uppercut or a straight right, straight down the pipe.
Yeah,
he like you said, he should not. The reach advantage, he should not let Andrew Ruiz get on that inside. But if he does, I'll repeat it again, it's game over.
It's not looking good. It's not fucking looking good. Yeah, let me read some more of these comments before we get blogged up real quick. Last one said you put another 50 on Ruiz, Mike. Laugh aloud. That Sport Wedding website, man. I gotta find another one, man, because I forgot my fucking password, man. So I gotta find another thing, man. AJ going to use them Klitschko tactics. You know what? He might just. He like Law said, he might just use those Klitschko tactics. But in my assessment of watching some of this shit, like I'm like, dude, it's going to be a good fight. There's a good chance AJ could win. There's a good chance that Andrew Ruiz could win. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's going to come down to who came in looking in a better shape on the motherfucking scales. I think it's going to come down to who can beat whose ass. Who can beat whose ass? And, you know, because Andrew Ruiz ain't coming in looking like the dude that Usyk fought, Chaz Witherspoon. He ain't coming in like that. You know? He ain't coming in looking like Chaz Wither motherfucking Spoon. So for people to come out here and say, that's how it's going to be, and that's how it's going to look, You guys are dead ass wrong. I think this is a very fantastic fight.
Yeah, I do.
I think that AJ could win it. I think that Anthony. I think that Andrew Ruiz could win it, and I don't think it's gonna be easy for nobody.
Yeah, I agree, Mike. I really think it is a 50-50 fight. I really do. And I agree with what you say. I think, well, me personally, I think it's whoever's the hungriest. I think who wants it the most will get it.
Yeah, whoever gets knocked down is gonna have to say fuck it and get back up and do what they need to do to win. And that's just
Yes,
all it
sir.
is. No matter how bad it hurt, no matter how bad you dizzy you is or whatever the case may be, you just gonna have to get the fuck back up and try and defend your fucking self. Get back to that corner, try to get back into shape, and get this win. This is the reason why it's easy for you to win fights when you're first coming up. This is the reason why it's easy. Because can't everybody be an Andrew Ruiz? And can't everybody be a fucking Anthony Joshua? Can't everybody be a Deontay Wilder? It ain't happening like that. Can't everybody be a Tyson Fury? If that was the case, there'd be a lot of good fights. But everybody can't be these dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good fight, that. That's a good fight, what you just said. Tyson Fury, Andy Ruiz. That's a good fight.
I think all of these fights is showing everybody that I think these top fights is showing folks, man, there's more than boxing than what you think. There's better fighters out there. There's good fighters out there that ain't getting the opportunities. But when the certain people get opportunities, they fucking perform. On 5-day, 4-day notice, 15-day notice, whatever. They get in there and fucking perform. You get people that can't even take a week notice because they can't stay in shape.
Yeah.
You got I wish Bermain Stavern the utmost best. I wish he do come back and do what he need to do to get in the boxing again. To get back on the horse. You see what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to see that first round knockout shit like that. Yeah, it looked good when it was funny as fuck. And it looked good, but later on you kind of like, damn, you fucked it up because you was another dude in the heavyweight division.
It was terribly out of shape as well. They want you for that fat second.
And no boxer in 2019 has any business fighting with fucking Don King. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. So, whatever, man. I just found this dude.
I can't believe Don King's still going. The old trout.
What you say?
I say, I can't believe Don King is still going. The old trout.
Yeah, but
he was finished in boxing years ago.
Yeah, but I think people give that dude more credit than I think people give that dude more credit than what he should get. You had no choice back in the days to make those type of fights because there was too many motherfucking fighters, too many good fucking fighters, too many good ones. It was more than now. You had no fucking choice. You had no fucking choice.
The thing with Don King, though, Mike, it was a regular thing, wasn't it?
No, it was a regular thing because you had no fucking choice. You literally had no fucking choice but to make good fights because there was nothing but good fights.
Yeah. Even like, just say, for instance, top 10 heavyweights, even the bottom 5 of the top 10, like just say, for instance, like your Tommy Morrisons, your Ray Mercers, your Razor Ruddocks, your Michael Moore, even though Michael Moore ended up being a top fighter, they were all fighting each other, weren't they? Smoking Burt Cooper against Holyfield, Michael Dokes, former champion, they were all fighting each other. Riddick Bowe, Holyfield, Tyson, they were all fighting each other, even though Tyson went away for 3 years. 90s, that was best era for heavyweights, what I've ever seen anyway.
Yeah, they had no choice. And then plus, it was all based off of selling. Selling.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It's based off of selling. You didn't have social media back then. You didn't have all the media stuff that you have, the tools that you have today that you had back in the days. You didn't have that. So when somebody say if Don King back then today, he'll be doing this, no the fuck he won't. No the fuck he won't. Because with all the technology and stuff like that, people would know and suspect the bullshit. And ain't that many fucking fighters out there. In each weight division, there ain't that many fighters like there was fucking 10, 20 years ago. Ain't that when you say top 10, when you say elite, when you say great, when you say good, there ain't that many. There ain't that many. Look how far Marky Garcia made it. And he's going to continue getting his ass whooped if he keeps fighting people like Earl Spence. If he fights Crawford, ass whooping. Yeah. Ass whooping. Now, the only thing I would say now,
to go back down to 140, yeah.
Or just fight Sean Porter.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, that's a great fight. That.
Or fight Sean Porter and see if you can get past him and
keep the dog shit out of him.
and see if you can get past him and get back on your horse again.
Yeah, Porter's fucking ace. I love Porter, man. Great fighter. Definitely one of my favourite fighters, Porter. I just like him because the man's he's just got balls, hasn't he? He'll fight anyone, Porter. Win, lose or draw.
Yeah, I mean, man, you got to be like that, man. You got to be.
Yeah.
You know,
a few people in the fight game need to look at Porter and take a page out of his book.
Huh?
I say a lot of fighters need to look at Sean Porter and take a page out of his book. You don't hear Porter fucking making excuses that he can't fight this and that. Porter will fight anyone. He's got probably the best resume in boxing today. He's been in with everyone, Porter. Even Amir Khan, as daft as he sounds, even him. He's been in with it. I know he's been banged out more times than fucking God knows what. But at least he's stepped into the ring with a lot of good fighters.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But then I suppose you can accuse him of ducking certain fighters, especially like Kell Brook.
You say, yeah, I mean, hey, if Porter would have came out with some, if all Porter had to do was come out with a few more motherfucking he just needed one more win on his resume. Really. In general, I think if he had one more on there, I think he'd be killing the game. I think he'd be killing the game. But as far as like, you know, people taking it more serious and stuff like that. But I think after that Earl Spence fight, win or lose, I think people are scared of that motherfucker. I think people are scared of that motherfucker because his stamina kept him in the game. His stamina and kept coming forward, just kept him in the game. And I think motherfuckers are scared of getting pelted like that for 12 rounds. Like you're not just gonna fucking. I think there's a good chance that they feel like they're not going to just knock this dude out. They're not going to stop him.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to deal with this motherfucker for 12 whole fucking rounds. Straight up. And people, what they do? Higher risk, lower reward, money this, money that, blah, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. Fuck no.
Well, Mike, they're the type of fighters what I love to watch. The fighters who take high risk, low reward. But there isn't many of them, is there, bro? There isn't many of them at all.
But that's the reason why I was saying, like, you know, you can't think like that in boxing. You know,
Oh, no.
like especially if you ain't got a, especially if you ain't got a belt, you need to just fight the. You need to just look at the rankings. Look at the if you're in the top 10, if you're in the top 10, look at the rankings. It's right there in front of you. Who's the mandatory, right?
So Mike, boxers don't think like that anymore, though, do they?
I don't know what the fuck they think, especially Dillian Whyte. Like, who is the mandatory? Who did the mandatory just fight? Who did he fight to make it where he got? Where's the rankings at right now? Where's the top 10 overall, welterweight or whatever rankings? What does the sanctioned body rankings say? Who can that fight? You know, and then you go into how much does this fighter want? How much does that fighter want? Blah blah blah, woo woo woo. And you make something popping.
Yeah.
You try to you either swindle away to get on have that fight under somebody else's undercard, or you know what I'm saying, do a co-promotion with somebody else, fight on their do it on their undercard. You're gonna have to lose money to get somewhere sometimes. If you really think that you bout it, that you are, let me tell you something. If I was a boxer, if I was a boxer, right, and that's what I was doing, I wouldn't have a job. I'll be living at a relative's house, going back and forth to the gym like it's a motherfucking thing. If I need to work, I'll probably just work enough to keep my cell phone bill.
You still there?
Yeah. Keep my cell phone bill and a couple things. But to tell you the truth, man, I'll probably fight a few times for fucking free. Just to get in the top 10 of one of these sanctioned bodies. Just so, and that's the reason why I wasn't too harsh on Mutton, the guy that we was talking about yesterday, because he had to get somewhere. If he wanted to get somewhere in boxing, he knew he needs a promoter. He knew that he needs somebody that's gonna sit over there and have his back, get him the fights that he needs and stuff like that. Now, do I think he's dick riding a bit? Yes, I think he's dick riding a bit. But
who's that, Mike? Who are you on about?
The black dude that did the interview talking about how he got put on with Anthony Joshua as a sparring partner.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
The Mutton dude, Timothy Mutton. But
Timothy, who?
The black dude from America. That's the chubby dude. The American. I think he's like 5'11". Is one of Anthony Joshua's sparring partners.
Oh, I don't know.
He did an interview on some fucking channel, right? And we was talking about on Tyrone's channel. Tyrone's going on him. I went on him too, but I'm just like, you got to start somewhere because this is a lot of money that you got to pay. Like if you try to host your own boxing event in your own hometown, it's a lot of fucking money, and it's a lot of money riding on it if you don't sell them goddamn tickets.
Yeah.
If you don't sell them fucking tickets in the bomb, everybody gonna be looking at you for the fucking check. Where the money at? If you get a loan for it, the bank is gonna be like, I don't give a fuck what the fuck it did. You owe me money monthly plus interest. So it's not that fucking simple to host a boxing event and to pay these referees, the judges, the fighters, the concessions, the lights, the stadium, the arena, all the stuff you got to pay for, the licenses, the piss tests, all that stuff is a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
It's a lot of money. So I think he did. I think he's dick riding, but I think he did the right thing by by doing some weird stalker shit just to get on Anthony Joshua's what'd you call that thing in his training camp, because most likely they're gonna need him. If you see a
Why?
dude,
What is he? A boxer or something?
yeah, he's a boxer. He's a sparring
Oh,
partner.
I'll check that out. Who did a live on him? Did you say Tyrone?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I'll go and check that after this then.
Yeah. So
When did he do that?
yesterday.
I never got a notification for that.
I don't get.
Right, good.
Sometimes I don't get shit. I don't get nothing.
Yeah, that'd be YouTube though, and he playing
Yeah.
the games.
Most of
I'll check that out.
most of the time when people comment on my videos, I don't get shit for that. I don't get a notification. I have to go and look. I might get one notification for a
Comments.
video, and I have like that one that had 5. I only got one notification.
Yeah. Yeah, same me and Mike. I made a video last week and your comments weren't even in the YouTube comments. And then when I went on Creative Studios, I seen your comments. Like as if they're hidden.
Man, I can tell you, I seen comments like 2 months ago that I didn't even get a notification for.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that dude wrote a whole fucking paragraph.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping I was looking for them dudes because your boy IOTBA stopped by. And I was talking shit. I was like, I must address the bullshit. Then right when I said that motherfucker popped up. He's like, UGC.
Yeah, I checked him out. That was fake.
Oh,
that was a fake one. Yeah, I checked it out, man.
Like
It was fake. It was a fake one, man, because it said that this channel's got no videos.
Who does
and
that?
I know for a fact that IOTB, whatever he's called, Yuckmouth, he's got bare videos.
Mm-hmm.
I seen that. I seen it when I come home from the shop. I seen that he was in your chat, so I clicked on it and it was fake.
Yeah, I thought something was funny because I told him, I was like, drop your email, I'll give you a link. I didn't get nothing, so. Andre said AJ going to use them click-score tactics. He better huggy bear. Last one said, I actually think AJ should mid-range bully him. He ain't going to be able to mid-range bully him. You mid-range bully him, Eddie Reed's going to catch you. He's going to catch you slipping. Last one, dart in and out like he did with Povetkin. That's the best bet. You get in and get out.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And not stick around. Don't stick around on this dude. And don't just back up straight. Andre said, damn, this is a good-ass fight. I can't wait. You damn right. Lost one. He needs to fight how Whyte fought Rivas, except the same. No, he better not. He'll get fucking hurt. Whyte throws too wide. He'll get fucking hurt. Andre said, Ruiz gained muscle. I don't know what he gained. I ain't going to say that. Last one said, hit him something heavy early, so he's weary and coming in. That's possible. On both sides, though, but hey, man, it's gonna be tough. Y'all giving us some good stuff. Hold up, let me get the rest of these. Let me get these 3 ones out the way. Last one said, muscle. Ruiz's arms look like blubber, well strapped to a donut. Nah, they didn't look like that to me. Last one said, you're right, Mike. Last one said, so many underrated fighters out there, even with the losses. Yeah, it's just that. Some of the time, these guys have losses because they get like a 2-week notice. And some of these guys get losses because they don't have a support team with fighting. They don't have a nutritionist and a 24-hour trainer dedicated to them and a 24-hour gym dedicated to them and all that stuff. Like Dillian Whyte said, I was doing my own thing. I was eating what the fuck I wanted to and this and the third. And I go up there and fight Anthony Joshua and I get knocked out. Why do you think? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Some of these guys, they doing everything on their own. They don't have a set dedicated trainer. Their trainer is helping everybody else and them when they have fucking time.
Yeah. Oh, when they got money.
Exactly.
See over here, Mike.
You know who that is? You know who that is? The last comment you say it again? The last comment you just said.
I don't know. What
you said unless they got money.
Yeah.
That's Jermaine Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
That's how his trainers is.
I was going to say over here, there's a lot of fighters what don't even. They've got a big place in Sheffield what's funded by the National Lottery. I think it's government. No, it can't be government run. It's funded by the National Lottery. It's placed in Sheffield where AJ trains and stuff like that. It's used for the British school kids, the British amateur boxers, professionals train there and everything. But it's so hard to get a place in there. It's a bit like an academy place, if you know what I mean by that. You know, like if you spot talent, you know, like I suppose, like how you play college football, and if you're good at college football, you can get picked for the NFL, something like that.
Yeah, but they got caveats when you can and you can't. Now.
Yeah, well, it's sort of like that type of place. Just one sec, Mike.
Yeah, but it's not a lottery. It's like it's like a it's like you get actually just selected. It's not a lottery. They actually know who they're gonna pick. You know what I'm saying?
No, I didn't mean it like that. I mean the lottery. It's funded. It's funded by the National Lottery.
No, college football ain't funded by college football.
No. I mean this place what I'm on about over here in Sheffield.
Nah, but we don't have a single sport funded by lottery.
Yeah, well, this place is. I can't. I'll have to find out. If you look on Pokey's Corner, Pokey's always on about it because it's like.
No, it's like the taxes from the lottery pays for the boxing academy.
Yeah.
That's what I know what you're saying. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
these fuckers off the streets.
Yeah, that's it, Mike. Yeah, but the only bad thing about it, Mike,
Laws, you broke up.
they send like scouts around different boxing clubs around the country.
Yeah.
And if they see talent, then they pick them and take them there. And then obviously they've got access to better facilities, better nutritionists, better fucking trainers, better everything. And then that is like the next stage. If you go there, then that is like your next stage to making your fucking professional debut. But the only thing is, Eddie Earner's like the main man there. He's like goes there and he picks the cream of the crop. Whatever he sees as good talent at that academy, he takes them. And he obviously takes them under the Matchroom banner, and then promotes them if they're good.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think how that should be conducted. I mean, if it was me, I think what they should do is, if you guys got all that money, Matchroom Boxing, AJ, and all you guys, y'all shouldn't be using state funded money to come and grab these kids. You should allow those kids to be over there, to stay up over there, but you should also just snatch the kids up and take them to your place where it ain't state funded, so you can get them where they need to be. You know.
Yeah. Yo, Mike, I've got a dip, bro.
Nah, that's fine, man.
I've got to get up out of here, bro. It's 10 to 11 at night. I was going to say to you, I'm going to go live after the fight tomorrow if you want to jump on.
I should be off work.
Yeah, I know for a fact over here, I don't know about there, but over here, it's 8:45 at night.
It doesn't matter. It's gonna be at 4. It's gonna come at 3:34.
Yeah. Well, AJ's walking in the ring. His walk is at 8:45 over here. So yeah.
It's 3:30 to 4. I looked on the zone.
Yeah.
It's 3:30 to but it isn't. But that's still subject to how long all these fights go. They all I think they project that they all go the distance. That's how they should do it. But I don't know how they do it, man. So I would assume they project that the fights go the distance, and then
Yeah,
you put an extra 5 minutes for wing. You put an extra 5 minutes for you put an extra minute or 5 minutes per round just for I mean per fight just for shits and giggles, and you add it up.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know what their equation is, but it's never it's rarely on time, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
Who you
tired of.
got winning? Who you got winning Povetkin Hunter? That's a good
I
fight,
got
that
Hunter, man,
tomorrow.
because as nothing towards uh the skills of Alexander PED motherfucking Povetkin, or whether or not he popped or whatever. It's just that
Yeah.
I don't think he has the spunk that he used to have to get this guy out. But I think he does
No,
have the
definitely got the power.
yes. But I don't think he has the
Povetkin
spunk.
can bang, man. People forget that. Povetkin can still bang. And the last thing to go is your power.
Mm-hmm.
But he did look awful against Huey Fury, even though Huey is a fighter who jabs and fights off the back foot.
Uh-huh.
He looked awful. He did look awful. But I'll give him credit. He came in towards that last half of the fight, the better fighter, because the first 6 rounds, I think Huey fucking schooled him,
Huh.
maybe 7 or 8. But after that, Povetkin, I don't know. He didn't look himself, but I
Hmm.
don't know. It's an interesting fight. I'm looking forward to it. I think I want to see that Herkovic as well because I've heard quite a few people screaming about him. He's supposed to be the next best thing, or so they say, or the next best European fighter. Where's he from? Is he Montenegro or something? Somewhere like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he's on the undercard. That is it Filip Herkovic
Yeah, I think so.
or Czech Republic, something like that. Don't know. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it anyway. Right, Mike, I'm gonna dip, bro. I'm gonna love you and leave you.
Yeah,
I'll
good. Yeah,
give you. I'll
have
give
a good
you
night though, bro.
and you, brother, and you. I'll
Yeah,
give you a ring after work tomorrow and see where we're up to.
yeah. Give me a ring, man, so we can come with
Yeah,
a good
I'll
thing.
ring you on Hangouts on
Yeah,
my laptop.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Or either whatever you how you want to ring me, so we can
Yeah,
figure out how we gonna come into this tomorrow.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right, Mike. Have a good day, mate, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.
All right, bro.
Peace,
Yeah,
peace,
yeah.
brother. Peace.
Well, well, well. Let's look at these comments we got here. We got Thelminus Lofi. What's happening, baby? He wrote, I'm too lazy to do my own research. So was the B sample clean or they fought Dillian's excuse? Well, I keep trying to tell people the B sample is on the request of the fighter. The fighter has to that's on the request of the fighter. That UCAT just doesn't test a B sample just for the fuck of it. But basically, what happened was Dillian Whyte did test positive for steroids, but they said at the end of the day that what did they say? They said, in light of the above points, the trace amounts of metabolites found in the 20 June 2019 sample are consistent with an isolated contamination event, and they are not suggestive of doping. So there you go. It was in the system. How I got there, I don't know. UCAT acting like they don't know, and they're making a whole bunch of line of excuses to justify the shit. Ross Sports Malik was happening, big homie. He said, I actually heard that Laws Dawkins Punch Out TV. I forgot what we was talking about. Ross Sports Malik, was the B sample clean, or did Edward? I'm trying to tell y'all, the article, this thing from UCAT right here says nothing about a B sample. The B sample don't need to be tested. That's on the description of the fighter. Ross Lee, I'm curious, are the UK fight fans good with Whyte getting the pass? I think they don't. Damn, should have asked that while Laws was here. But as from what I can see from my vantage point, they don't care whether that motherfucker's clean, dirty, or not. They just They just want him to fight Deontay Wilder so he could just get knocked out. They just countryman riding. They just want their countryman to fight Deontay Wilder so he can get hurt. Ross Sportsman Lee said lost one the truck didn't affect Ruiz. Yep. That one hit knockdown didn't hurt him. Ross Sportsman Lee lost one. Ross Sportsman Lee said Ukad is full of shit. Man, you know, I said in my other videos that if Dillian Whyte is cleared of wrongdoing and stuff like that, yeah, he should fight and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the way I put it is that hold up. God damn it. I'm gonna have to call him back. I'm trying to respond to this dude so I can tell him to shut the fuck up real quick. Did he just write this? Oh, that was 4 hours ago. I would have say. I better tell him to shut the fuck up. Okay, cool. Let's get... Look, I put it like this. The dude popped for steroids. Ukad made a whole bunch of excuses for him. And now, we in a situation to where you got one side of the fence saying that I told you that that Deontay Wilder is being protected from Dillian Whyte, which I think that's a really strange advantage. I think that's really strange that somebody would bring that up, because that would mean Vada would have caught Dillian Whyte. And then it would say, well, because Whyte ain't fighting Deontay Wilder to 2021. Well, wouldn't you think that if Anthony Joshua won, that Anthony Joshua was a far better credible opponent than Dillian Whyte? Wouldn't you think that Tyson Fury is a far better credible opponent than Dillian Whyte? So how is he protected and how is he running? How is he ducking when he's fighting stiffer competition? When the whole sore reason is because you, my friend, popped for PEDs. And there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You did pop for PEDs. You were just found clear of wrongdoing. But like we all know, there was cats in the WBC that have been cleared of wrongdoing for having PEDs in their system. Matter of fact, they even made an allowable amount for them to have in their system. So, you know, a lot of people don't want to hear that bullshit, my friend. So you can suck it. See what we got here. Ross Sportsman Lee said, when Laws mentioned Eddie Hearns cherry picks the best amateur boxers. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. Thamilis Lofi said the only proves Whyte didn't call for B sample to be open and Ukad calling the A sample contaminated without opening the B sample. Interesting. It wouldn't have mattered because they said that it was very low traces amount. It was very low traces amount. It wouldn't have mattered. And they justified it. Who knows? They probably did test his B sample. They just probably said, we don't give a fuck. Ross Sportsman Lee said, hey, it's cool. Fatten the cheater up so Wilder can knock him smooth the fuck out. Yeah. Fatten him up so Wilder can knock him smooth the fuck out. Fuck it. Thamilis Lofi said, yeah, hopefully Wilder mops the floor with him, dust him the fuck off. Ross of the Sports Elite said after Wilder kills Whyte, they'll just prop up another UK bum as a fighter. I don't think they will. They'll find somebody. I think, yeah, you're right. They'll find somebody up over there in the bushes. They'll find somebody to come up in there and get their motherfucking ass whooped. And that's just how it is. You know, if you're gonna say that the WBC has protected Dillian Whyte, has protected Wilder from Dillian Whyte. Well, I'm gonna say this: Matchroom Boxing has protected Dillian Whyte from Deontay Wilder. How about that? It's a far better conclusion for me to say that you had nothing but space and motherfucking opportunity to fight Dominic Brazil. You had nothing but space and opportunity to fight Louis King Kong Ortiz. And what you do? You didn't fight him. You didn't fight him. So what do? You go out here and you blame everybody else. Hold up, y'all. Let me go get a cigarette real fast. So where was I at? Yeah. What did Dillian Whyte do? Fights he fights people that ain't gonna get him nowhere. That's what he does. And now look at him. What is he doing now? I had to run outside, man. It's cold out there. So now look at Dillian Whyte. He's gasping for air, begging for a Deontay Wilder fight. Knowing now well Deontay Wilder don't have to fight him because Deontay Wilder's fighting Tyson Fury next. Then after Deontay Wilder fights Tyson Fury, this is what happens. If Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury after that fight, what does Deontay Wilder have? As far as for opponents, right? As far as for opponents. What does he have? As far as for opponents, I'm just waiting to see if somebody got something. Right? Andrew Ruiz ain't gonna fight him if he win. Anthony Joshua ain't gonna fight him if he win. You know why? Because they're gonna have fucking mandatories. It's already been said. It's already known. And I'm telling you guys, these motherfuckers is not gonna want these motherfuckers, the IBF, WBO, WA, well, whoever. They don't fucking care. They don't fucking care about no fucking undisputed. All right now. Especially when it involves Deontay Wilder. In my opinion. They don't fucking care. I don't think these guys want Deontay Wilder to be undisputed. What I believe is going to happen is Andrew Ruiz is going to follow his mandatories, try to keep those belts the best way he can, right? And then try to keep those belts the best way he can. And then go and fight Deontay Wilder. I don't think there's anything beneficial for Andrew Ruiz to relinquish his belts, right? Just to fight Deontay Wilder. Relinquish a belt or two just to fight, or a belt to fight Deontay Wilder. I think that man should fight his mandatories and Wilder fight Dillian Whyte, or knock out somebody. Basically, that's what's going to happen. Just knock out somebody. Come up in here. Hell, go over to the UK and fight Dillian Whyte or fight Dillian Whyte up over here. Show motherfuckers you could travel too. I'm not with nobody relinquishing any belts willingly. I want to see undisputed before I leave this motherfucking earth. So people can say whatever they want to about that. Whatever. Read some of these comments. Feminist Lofi is laughing his ass off, crying. Ross Sportsman Lee said they'll say Wilder running from Joe Joyce, goddamn. Usyk, goddamn. AJ, goddamn. Eddie Chambers, goddamn. Tony Below, goddamn. Joseph Parker, goddamn. And the rest of the tomato cans, goddamn. Like Ruiz next for unification. Yep, likely. No, it ain't likely. They're already talking about it. Even Sutherland was saying after Usyk fought Chaz Witherspoon, he even said, like, nah, Pulev's team looking to push it for the mandatory. So Usyk ain't next. So then Usyk gonna pop up. So, you know, maybe he is gonna have to relinquish the belt. Maybe they ain't gonna want to play ball. You know? But it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I think it's shameful. I think it's extremely shameful when somebody gets in the way of undisputed. You know what I'm saying? When the fighter that you have ain't been fighting nobody. He ain't been fighting nobody. Who has he been fighting? Who has Pulev been fighting? Huh? Who's he been fighting? I don't know. So, you know, people can say whatever they want to. You know? Like James Tiller said, Anthony Joshua was slow as motherfucking molasses. Slow poke. Ross Sportsman Lee, the Polish fighter. Yeah. He said he could get it. Deontay Wilder did say he could get it. Yeah, he did. Deontay Wilder did say the dude could get it. Demonis Lofi said, so I think we can pencil Dillian Whyte in for late 2020. Yeah, we could pencil him in, but had that eraser there standing by. Had that pink rose eraser standing by. Right? I think it's beautiful right now. I think the weight and anticipation of something popping up is I like that. I like that. But I think that at the end of the day, I don't think you know what? Maybe if Anthony Joshua beats Andy Ruiz, maybe that'll put like some spunk in him. To where he just says, fuck it, man. Deontay Wilder, man. Let's come on, bruh. Let's go on and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's have the fight. You know, what can we do to make this fight? instead of take that, take that, take that, take that. What can we do to make this fight? Right? That's what I believe. Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua need to get his shit together, man. If he wanna, well, I'm not saying get his shit together. I should say, I hope he got his shit together because this could be this. You know, Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua is one of the big fights that we all have been anticipating for a couple of years now. So get your shit together, bro, and let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else we got here. Make sure nobody's saying nothing. Yeah. Yeah, man. So earlier in this day, I was on the I was on Facebook talking to a couple of cats about boxing on the Real Boxing Real Truth Facebook page. And yesterday a dude told me like, how come you didn't go live today? And I was like, man, I was live. I was on my homie's channel. I was on my homie's Tyrone channel, right? And I was like, I'm gonna go live tomorrow, right? And put the link in the Facebook page, the main thing. And guess what? Motherfucker responded. All I hear is crickets. That's what I'm writing in this motherfucker right now. All I hear is crickets. That's all I hear. Invited him over here to come on my panel and go live. And all I hear is crickets. You know what I hear is crickets? Because you cannot fucking explain. You cannot say that now you know the WBC has been protecting Wilder. You can't say that shit, man. Come on live and explain that shit. I want to hear you. I want to hear you explain that shit. I want to make sure that everybody know you a fucking fool. I want to make sure everybody know around this motherfucker you don't know what the fuck you talking about. That's what I want to do. So I think people need to get their fucking head out of their ass and start thinking logically. Now, if you want to say in your opinion and all that stuff, that's fine and dandy. But your opinion is dumb as fuck. The dude just fought somebody that he almost got knocked out by. Think he's scared of you? And then now the guy is fighting somebody that people believe won the fight. Some people believe that Tyson Fury was knocked out. But he's coming in to fight this guy again. And then after that, most likely Whyte is going to get his shot because there's only nothing but what he's going to fight. Adam Kanaki, Michael Hunter, who's he going to fight? Does Joseph Parker want that smoke? Huh? Does old Joseph Parker want some of that smoke? You know? And an excuse they make, oh, Dillian Whyte was going to have to sign to PBC, blah, 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 for the Deontay Wilder fight. But you guys, all you motherfuckers wanted Deontay Wilder to basically sign with Matchroom. You guys wanted Deontay Wilder to sign with DAZN. So what the fuck are you saying? Last time I checked, under the Triple BOC, Dillian Whyte is signed to be his own manager. Right? Under the Triple BOC, Dillian Whyte is signed under there as his own manager, right? And he's on a fight by fight basis with Matchroom Boxing. What's the fucking difference? Huh? What's the difference? Oh, but y'all don't hear me though. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I can tell you better than I can show you. Dillian Whyte is shown to be his own manager with the British Boxing Board of Control. Him, Dean Whyte, and some other dude, I forget. Oh shoot, look what we got here. What's up? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
What's up, Mike?
What's happening? So, fellas, I got brother Hakeem on here with me. He's one of the brothers, I believe, that's on the Real Boxing, Real True Facebook page. Cool Facebook page. You just do some commenting back and forth and shit like that on there. You know. So today's news we had Dillian Whyte. We had a statement that was a joint statement from Ukad and Mr. Dillian Whyte come out that Dillian Whyte is exonerated from all charges. They dropped him, they withdrawn based off of this caveat right here, which is the last one. You know, the in light that it's consistent with an isolated contamination event and all that stuff. But in my opinion, from reading this, it kind of seems like there's a whole line of excuses on why this guy is exonerated. You got a whole bunch of clicking and clacking, homie.
My bad.
Oh, what the hell you doing? Moving?
Yeah, we throwing stuff out the house and stuff like that. I guess you call that winter cleaning.
Nah, I don't do winter cleaning. I do spring cleaning. It's too cold outside.
But yeah, to me, that whole UCAD situation was, I don't know, it was real weird. Something real fishy about what's going on over there in that Dillian Whyte situation.
What would you say that's weird about it?
I would say how the sanctioning bodies have moved about it, because they came out and said that, like, they might have found something in his system, but the WBC, which they rule off of VADA said that he was clear of their system. So for the WBC and the rest of the sanctioning bodies, I can understand why they removed him for the rankings, but for the WBC to suspend him, it was something weird about that to me. It was kind of reminding me of how I think it was the WBO did Luis Ortiz when he failed his drug test, how he was removed from the rankings, but after he was cleared from his suspension, the WBO never added him back to the rankings. And that's how the WBC is doing Dillian Whyte. I don't know. It's just something weird about that.
Well, like I said earlier, it's nothing weird. These sanctioned bodies, they all have their own rules, and they all have their own panels of people, members, and they all have their own president. And the president of those things, the president can't rule nothing. It also has to be a vote. And what happened with Dillian Whyte is Dillian Whyte would have been ranked in all these sanctioning bodies. Let's make it clear. Dillian Whyte got dropped by everybody except the WBC. So I don't know why the WBC is the one on the hook when everybody else just really just got rid of him, didn't give him the shot of a doubt or nothing. But when I see these sanctioning bodies, especially with the WBC and all this stuff, I'm like this. Look, they found out through a whistleblower that something happened, and then the UCAT makes a statement, and then without mentioning Dillian Whyte, and then the WBC requests information regarding Dillian Whyte's thing, right? and then they don't get nothing back. And then you hear Edward Hearn, and then you hear Dillian Whyte. So now the WBC knows that something happened, but they don't know. They can't say exactly within 100% without a shadow of a doubt that it was PEDs, that it was an adverse finding, or was it something else, blah, 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 was it ethical or whatever. They don't know. But now the WBC knows that it is PEDs through the statement which VADA has made. So if VADA didn't catch them, right? They send urine samples, right? And VADA didn't catch them on a urine sample, but then a couple of days later, Ukad catches them on a urine sample, right? And then they come out and say that it's low traces, and then they also say with the low traces that it's consistent with an isolated contamination. So it's nothing weird really about it. It's like you either give the WBC the information to do their own investigation so they can clear the guy and all that stuff, or what you do is you don't give them nothing. You do your own investigation, and then you don't even tell the fans how much nanograms you had in your system or wherever, how they go in the UK. You don't tell them if the B sample was tested upon request of the fighter. There's no 3 W's. You don't give nobody no 3 W's, no 4 W's, no nothing. Only thing you say is that he's cleared, blah, 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 woo, woo, a blanket statement. And you had 6 months to do it. I don't know, man. It's just that if you guys going to say he's cleared, okay, fine. But are you going to give the WBC the information to do their own investigation? But then again, the weird thing about it is the day before the fight. And then again, you got all these franchise champions out here. And they ain't fighting no mandatories. You know what I'm saying? You still there?
Yeah. That's real weird. Yeah, I was wondering if the WBC was gonna conduct their own investigation as well, but I haven't heard anything about that yet.
I don't think they ever will. I think they're just gonna let it slide under the rug and just say let's just move forward with this. But at the end of the day, with PEDs, it does need to be taken serious. 2 dudes got 4-year bans this year.
So, yeah, that's why I understand why it's taken serious and stuff like that, because of like all the deaths we had this year and stuff like that, and that's why they kind of going hard on the situation.
Yeah. I haven't even heard news on that. I don't even know what's going on with that. So hold on, man. Let me open my front door real quick. Let the homie in.
Okay.
What's happening? Oh, your bitch ass car, man. Get you a new car, bitch. I had to get that oil change and got a fuel injector and all that shit put in there. Oh, man. That sucks. You still there, homie?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right, cool. Yeah, because I had some real interesting there's some real I had to trick this guy in the room in the Facebook group, right? I had to trick him.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically told him, was like, hey man, he talking about B samples and all this stuff. I was like, hey man, do you even know that's the reason why I asked you it. It was a trick question. I asked him, like, did you even read the Triple BOC rules, the British Boxing Board of Control rules in regards to B samples with Dillian Whyte? I asked him that. And this dude said, yeah, I read them extensively. I said, so what they say? And he responded with nothing. I told him, I was like, look, you're lying. The Triple BOC doesn't have rules when it comes to analytical findings. They don't have their own rules. And I don't know if you can see it on the screen. This is the reason why they don't have their own rules. This is the Triple BOC website, British Boxing Board of Control. They use Ukad rules. They don't have their own rules. British Boxing Board of Control doesn't. Only thing that British Boxing Control does is they got their own rules with a couple things when it comes to purse bids and stuff like that. But the only thing they're doing is licensing the fights. And you can't get a license for a fight if Ukad blocks you. So that's the reason why I was asking, because Triple BOC doesn't have their own rules. They follow UCAD's rules. They that's the reason why Tyson Fury was making that whole big deal, because the British Boxing Board of Control just can't take your license. UCAD has to do the investigation and then come up with the finding, and then the British Boxing Board of Control goes along with what UCAD's decision is, because British Boxing Board of Control is ran by the UK government. And so if the British Boxing Board of Control is the one that's doing the piss tests and doing the investigations and doing the licenses, well, then it becomes a conflict of interest, to where they could do what the fuck they want and not tell anybody and who pops and who don't. See what I'm saying? So UCAD is not ran by the government; it's its own private entity. You know what I'm saying? So it was a trick question. He pulled up a clip of saying that British Boxing Board of Control updating the urinalysis rules and stuff like that. You gonna practice?
No, I gotta go. I'm going to a game. We want to check out a different team. Man.
Yeah, don't be looking at them little girls. Nah, he coach high school basketball. High school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the homie. Yeah. So what else we got here, man? That's been going on, man. What else we got going on the last couple days? On the in that chat room. You want to holler at me? You want to holler about?
No, we talk about the same thing every day. All we have to talk about is Canelo or Wilder. I'm like, man, these dudes don't want to talk about nothing else.
Well, it's because, like, when somebody loses an argument, that's the first thing they try to do, is change the subject to something they actually know that could kind of change the subject a bit and stuff like that. Me and the homies earlier, we was talking about Vivek and Michael Hunter. We was talking about the guy. I talked about a little bit about the guy that's on what's his name? Timothy Mutton. The guy that's on Anthony Joshua's team now, as far as training and stuff like that, sparring partner.
Yeah.
We talked about, who else we talked about? Talked about Michael Hunter and that one. Eric Molina. We talked about Eric Molina yesterday.
I think Michael Hunter was over there training with Ruiz.
I don't know. It's getting kind of confusing because, man, there's a lot of people out there training right now. I know some Gerald. You got Jared Watson out there too.
Ruiz.
You say he with Ruiz?
Yeah. Michael Hunter. He was helping Ruiz. He was one of Ruiz's training partners to help him prepare for the rematch.
I asked the homie yesterday. Has anybody in Anthony Joshua camp and in Ruiz camp, has any of those sparring partners ever fought each other? Like the guy that they helping out supposed to be fighting. You know what I'm saying?
No, not to be no, none of them have fought each other because what's his name? Michael Hunter. He just came up from cruiserweight. He the one who lost to Usti.
Yeah.
In the series, and the dude who's on Anthony Joshua's Tabiti, he just lost too. Got knocked out by what's his name? Doctori Dorticos in the last Super Series too. So yeah, most of these dudes they sparring as cruiserweights.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
That dude kind of sucked though. That kind of, I mean, but it's all about the kind of the quality of work, because we got a brother man on here by the name of Stormy B, man. He's a trainer. He's been around boxing a long time, and he basically said it's like, I'm not quoting him or nothing like that because I can't remember word for word. He's basically said it's not your job to go up in there as a sparring partner to just go up in there and beat the guy. He's supposed to be listening to instruction from the trainer to show Anthony Joshua a look. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be no getting up in there and just beating this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? It should be, when I hear people about Anthony Joshua getting knocked out and stuff like that, I'm like, what the fuck is they doing? Like, what the fuck is they doing? Like, this motherfucker shouldn't be getting knocked out like a week or 2 weeks before the damn fight. You know what I'm saying? If I'm saying rumors. I'm talking about the last time, not this time. This time, I think it's a flat out.
I don't think rumor's true because I was listening to what's his name, Tony Bellew. He was talking about because he was in camp watching Joshua's spar. He says Joshua doesn't even do full sparring; he does tactical sparring. So it's really hard for me to believe that he's getting knocked out doing tactical sparring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't. That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't. This especially this time around. And if that happened the first time, I don't see the second time coming around. Hell nah. And that sparring partner still being
Right.
around. You know, I don't think. Nah, bruh. Nah, I don't. Nah, you fired and you going home, and they all there still. So, you know, come on, bruh. You know what's that?
Mm-hmm.
You know your boy in that thing, right? Your boy, Marcus Simpson. He don't know what he really talking about.
Oh, you talking the one from the group?
Yeah, he don't know what he really talking about. I mean,
What was he saying?
I forget what he said. Something like I just like I forget. Let me look it up again. I just be trying not to really. I don't want to be cussing people out, man. I don't know, damn Facebook calling them punks hoes, and I was about
Yeah,
to,
that's
and I retracted that shit, man, because I'm like, dude, ain't no. Then it becomes unfun when motherfuckers is typing on the keyboard like "fuck you" and "fuck you, fuck you."
mm-hmm.
Nah, man, I'm not trying to do all that, man, because then it becomes like not fun, not creating hostile situations and shit like that. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Like one of the reasons group is because everybody got different opinions and different views, so that's what make it fun. Because everybody had like the same views and opinions. Like the group would be boring, but it's just like some people in the group. Like it's that one dude I can't remember his name, like Tehran or something like that. I'm like, I really believe he just started watching boxing 3 years ago because it's just like certain things he say. I'm like, there's no way this dude been watching boxing for a while because he didn't even know Tyson Fury was a unified champ.
No, he didn't say that.
Yeah, I got the script. I was gonna post it. I'm like, I don't even want to do him like that. He was really asking like, when was Tyson Fury been a champ? I'm like, when was Tyson Fury a champ? What do you mean? Like, how long you been watching boxing?
Yeah, he tried to tell me that the WBC can't suspend a fighter. I'm like, for a piss test. I'm like, yeah, they can. I'm like, just go read their rules. WBC, these sanctioning bodies, man. I think people need to be more harsh on these sanctioning bodies with their rules, and I think that
Mm-hmm.
they rules need to be. It shouldn't be written to where they could do whatever the fuck they want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go
Don't
ahead.
even follow their rules. Like for example, the WBO, they don't even enforce mandatories anymore. Like, when is the last time you heard the WBO like enforce a mandatory and really stick by it?
They about to, I believe, for the first time. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them allow. I don't see somebody. The WBO. The only people that's in the way right now is IBF and WBA, I believe, right? The only people who way undisputed is
Yeah.
them two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, you probably right then. You probably right with that because I think it's them two, Pulev and Pulev Usyk and then your boy, and then you got Alexander Povetkin and the Michael Hunter. Isn't that for the intern?
I'm running this game. I'll be back.
All right, Hubby.
Uh, I I don't know. I'm not for sure if that's for an intern.
Yeah, I just find it kind of funny, man. And I was saying like years ago, man, I don't even understand how some of these cats even get ranked or even fight for an intern title because I'd be like, damn, where the fuck they came from? They be coming
I
from.
don't really see the point of an intern title because it's not like the intern title guarantees you a title shot or not. Being number one mandatory don't even guarantee you a title shot anymore.
Well, it does. The problem is that the WBC they don't the number one the ranked number one fighter is not the intern.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fucked up part. So a lot of people they ain't read their rules. They don't know that the person that's ranked number one ain't the intern, which is kind of weird. But they have to vote. The WBC has to vote for somebody to be the mandatory. That's the see what I'm saying?
That's weird.
They have to vote. That's the fucked up part. It's not just you. It's not just you have to. It has to be. You have to be in some type of fight with somebody, and they voted for that, or they had to deem the fight that you had to make you the mandatory. You see what I'm saying? The WBC is all fucked up. They ain't got their shit right.
Mhm.
This dude gonna say Dean White. Think you mean Lamar Scott? Rod Sportsman Lee said Tony Below is the president of AJ's fan club. I don't even know who the president that is because, you know, my old lady from Nigeria, and I was looking up forums on how much it costs to build a house in Nigeria and stuff like that, and stumbled on this forum. Nigeria's called Nairaland, and they had all man. They got you know what they do with Anthony Joshua in Nigeria? The same thing motherfuckers do with Chuck Norris. All them Chuck Norris jokes, they do Anthony Joshua jokes.
Yeah, I knew he had a huge following over there. I think his following over in Nigeria might be bigger than his following in the UK. I knew he was real big over there.
As far as like, this is my old lady tell me all the time. They pay famous people to go over there for millions of dollars to go to clubs for them to stay there for 15 minutes. They paid Nicki Minaj like $20 million to go to a club for 15, 30 minutes. And people was outside paying buku amount of money. She said one dude paid $1 million for one table. And she came and left. People was pissed. People was hot. Yeah, so I know about Nigeria. My old lady, she not from the same tribe as Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua Yoruba. My old lady is Igbo. So they rock with Anthony Joshua. They be watching the fight. My old lady, she purchased the zone for her and her homies to watch the fight and shit like that, the crib. So, you know, there's a lot of Nigerians out here, especially in Texas and New York. You know, what else we got going up? What do we think about Eric Molina, man?
He's still fighting. He has a fight coming up, don't he?
Yeah, tomorrow on the card.
He fighting.
They snuck him in too. They snuck Poe Eric Molina up in there. I forget who he fighting. Let me look it up real quick.
He fight. Is it Tommy Little? I mean, it's that little
Philip
dude?
Horvik. Felipe Horvik.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
I
fighting
like
him.
He's a nice prospect.
Yeah, I mean, let me look at something. Let me see something. Damn, the dude only had like what? 22 amateur fights. Felipe Horvik only had 22 amateur fights. He got 9 KOs, 9 wins as a professional, 0 losses. Yeah. If you, I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell cats, man. Like, you know, whoever wins out of this fight card, they gonna get more money the next time around. That's what I was trying to tell the homie. Like, that Mutton dude that just was spamming Edward Hearn's Facebook, social media, and AJ social media to get on the team. I was like, the dude had to do that, but it was kind of a bitch move, like dick riding and shit. And then he called it Edward already Uncle Edward Hearn. He already called him Uncle. I'm like, damn, you dick riding, but he had to do what he had to do because if he win, I mean, well, he ain't got to fight that night, but eventually, you know, somebody gonna have to fight somebody. Somebody gonna pull out, can't fight, don't want to take a last minute fight. So he gonna be up on. He gonna get his shine. He gonna get his check. You know, a lot of these boxers out here, they never see the light of motherfucking day. A lot of these fucking boxers never see the light of motherfucking day. They be fighting nobody's. They could be good as a motherfucker. They probably have a 20 for 20 on ESPN about them 20 years later. About them being the greatest boxer of all time, but never fighting nobody. Like the GOAT, Manny GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of cats, especially over here in the UK. I've been trying to tell folks for days, for years, that I don't think the only thing out of UK is Anthony Joshua or Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora, Daniel Dubois.
The
I don't
boy.
think that's it.
Yeah,
Especially Joe Joyce. You can't tell me.
you like
can't
Joe
tell-
Joyce?
Hell nah.
He very slow. I'm not really hyped on that one one on PBC either. What's his name? Kaunaki. I don't see nothing special about him. I don't see what people hyped about him. He's very slow. He don't move.
Nah, I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. Gerald Washington's an idiot. I did not understand why he tried to just sit there and trade with this dude in the inside. Like he could have fought him like Wilder, you know, cut him up because he always gets cut. Usually he gets cut, right? Usually he gets cut. I was like, you could have had this dude using one eye. You could have eventually got him up out of there. But what you do? You tried to throw some blows. You tried to exert your will on this dude, and you got clipped by somebody that looked worse than Andy. I don't know who looked worse to you, Anna Kornacki or Andy Ruiz.
Yeah, I ain't really too hyped about Adam Kanaki either. Yeah, let me say I like that one that Frank. I think he a Frank Warren fighter. Dubois. He okay to me. I even like that one he beat. Not Dorman. What's his name? Yeah, Dorman. Norman nice too. I like that one. He just came back off his suspension because I think they found cocaine in his.
Oh, I didn't know they found cocaine in the system.
No, not him. I'm talking about the Tony Yoka. He was suspended. I think for they found cocaine in his system.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony Yoka is the idiot.
Yeah, I don't know. So these young fighters, I don't know why.
Well, you know, cocaine is big in the UK, but I think that he thought he was gonna slide in between the cracks because it only take a couple of days to leave the system. So I think he thought he was gonna slide between. He's gonna slide between the cracks. Hey, but did you know this? Can you see the screen?
Let me see.
Did you know this was today?
No, I didn't know that. They happened out here.
Yeah, in the U.S. This is today.
What state?
Florida. It says Saudi Arabia military pilot training in the United States opened fire Friday morning at Naval Air Station Pensacola, leaving 3 people dead and several others wounded before Florida sheriff's deputies shot and killed him. It was the second deadly shooting at U.S. Naval Base this week. So there was another one this week too.
That is crazy.
Because you know what one of the problems is, right? They can't carry guns on base. They can't carry their private guns on base. And you don't get issued guns to you on base, especially naval base, unless you on watch. And that's usually, like if it's a ship, it's usually only like 2 or 3 people at the ECP. And then you got people with guns at the gates. Then you got the military police doing their patrols. But if you walk up in the building, it's gonna be about like maybe a minute to 5 minute response before anybody come up. Then if you're inside of a building shooting and nobody calls, it's gonna be even worse because ain't nobody gonna hear it. I don't know if you ever been indoors with a gunfire off. It's extremely fucking loud, especially with a shotgun. You could damn near lose your hearing after like about 5 shots. But on the outside of the building, you ain't gonna hear that shit because they all brick. They all see them. They all made out of all the buildings made out of brick. You ain't gonna hear that shit on the outside. Yeah, so that happened today, and then the king said that Saudi people are greatly angered by the barbaric actions of the shooter, and that this person is no way, shape, or form represents the feelings of Saudi people who love the American people, Trump tweeted. So I guess he already, I guess the king, like the head, not one of them princes, the head, the HNIC out there already got on the phone and gave his condolences. But yeah, that's the news. Well, you know what? He could have been a disgruntled employee or somebody got to his family and said, "You do this or these motherfuckers die." I mean, you just never know. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but what I'm saying is, in relation to the fight, there's already like I made videos about it. There's already, if you can't protect $1 billion oil field, what makes you think you could protect an $85 million fight?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. What else we got, man?
See, you don't watch women's boxing, do you?
I'm looking forward to Clarissa Shields. Like I said, my old lady's Nigerian. I was kind of a little disappointed about the Helen Joseph fight. I thought she won, but whatever.
Yeah, we got one from Gary. We got our own fighter. Her name
Hold on,
Mary
where you
McGee.
from? Where you live?
Yep. Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, my dad stay in South Bend.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is not too far.
Yeah, I know about Gary. Yeah, I know about you motherfuckers.
Yeah, we got her name Mary McGee out here. She just won the IBF title yesterday.
Yeah, won't catch me going to Gary. I'll tell you that much though. Won't catch me, bro. Shit. I know about you motherfuckers out there, especially back in the days. I know some real stories about Gary, Indiana, back in the days, man. Some real stories. And I think that's even where the real Rick Ross was selling dope throughout the Midwest. Yep. I think he started in Gary first. Yep. I think Big Meech and them went out there too. Yep.
Yeah, it was easy for them to do it out of Gary because it was right there next to Chicago. But the whole the laws and stuff set up in Chicago was like real strict about that, so it was easy to set up shop in like Gary and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Because what is that, like an hour or two?
And to be honest, depending on what part of Gary you in, because like where I stayed in Gary, it's really like a 30, 45 minute drive to get to Chicago.
Really? Damn. Yeah. So I knew when I drove from Chicago to my dad's house, you know what? I hit them tolls though. Them tolls, man. God damn, they cost me like $10.
Yeah, I always try to avoid this.
Yeah, and I'm like, I ain't even going that far. I ain't going nowhere but an hour. Y'all hit me up for $10. Damn. Then I was sweating when I was going up to the last one. I was like, damn, dog, I ran out of money. And I was hoping it said credit. I was like, oh God, thank you. I whipped up that goddamn because I don't use my credit card. I use the Cash App card.
Where you stay? You stay out there in Texas?
Nah, right now I stay in Saginaw, Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, Jermaine Franklin out here. I ain't seen him. I ain't met up with him, but my homie, he went to high school with him. He was actually my homie. If you watch the Showtime thing with Jermaine Franklin, with a special for Jermaine Franklin, he was running on the bridge out here down the street from my house, like a 2-minute walk, like a 2-minute drive down the street. He was running with him down the bridge with him, like he know him that much. He was on the Showtime thing with him. My teammate that played on the football team with me. I play summer pro football for Tri-City Stampede out here in Saginaw.
Okay. I see most of the people in the group stay in the Midwest then.
Yeah. I saw somebody say they was somewhere trying to meet up with people. I don't know if he was trying to beat somebody up or what. I was like, God damn. I was like, cut that out.
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought at first. Like, come on. Yeah, he said Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah, the Minnesota dudes, oh, they be ready to fight over they fighters. I'm like, damn.
It ain't worth it. Because when I lived in Toledo, you know, my old lady, she know Rob Easter. I know Rob Easter Jr.'s. I know his sister. Um, I talk to her from time to time. She the homie though. I ain't never hit it, nothing like that. I wouldn't even do that because I don't want no problems. You know, being married and all. Then I don't want this dude coming at me trying to throw hands and shit like that. Like I'm good. I'm good. I ain't no professional boxer, and I ain't trying to get put on World Star. You know. Yeah, I seen him a few times when I was in Toledo. He seemed like a cool dude though. I was just kind of pissed off that he got with. I was happy that he got with Adrian Broner and them because of the money, but I wasn't happy for the atmosphere. Like, you know, because I've been rooting for the last fight with Adrian Broner. What broke the camel's back because everybody that's you know Laws be on my channel. I don't know if you know Laws and all that Laws and a couple other fats be on my channel, and it was kind of getting on me a little bit about the last fight, and I was rooting for Adrian Broner, and it was like nah man, blah blah blah, whoop whoop, and Adrian Broner does the same thing again, not letting his hands go. You know what I'm saying? And taking his foot off the gas with that as well. You know, so you know, I think Rob got a fight coming up. I think he got a fight. I think he got a fight coming up. But I like.
I think they're trying to set up a fight for him. I can't remember who it's against though. It's against like, let me see. It's not Postal because Ramirez from the fight Postal. I don't know who it is. It's against he finna fight someone, but it's not like a real big name. But he finna fight someone. I can't remember. I know they were trying to set it up, but I don't know why he moved up there. They're not gonna let him fight for a title no time soon.
Oh, it was funny as fuck because one of the times I was in Toledo, right? We was playing Toledo Thunder, right? And it was on BCSN. We ended up whooping their ass, and Prince Bell was there. Bell was there. He was there commentating on BCSN on the thing. So after the game, after we won, I shook his hand. Was like, "I'll be watching you, homie." And you know, I didn't. He didn't look that big. Like he do, on TV they said add a couple pounds and stuff like that. He didn't look like he was bigger than me. Muscle wise, and I ain't a big dude muscle wise. I just be a little lazy because I don't know which way my knee is going, so I've been kind of, bullshitting. My shoulders and my neck is fucked up, so I've been kind of bullshitting. But yeah. Yeah, man, I've been meeting all kind of people, man. I've been meeting all kind of people over the years, and I'm trying to get with Jermaine Franklin, but I want to do an interview, but I don't want to be all. I got to set something up, man. I just need to set it up, and then I'll put it on the page, and then if I do set it up, I see if I can get you on there and get you a shout out too. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for getting people exposure and helping people out and shit like that. But yeah.
Right.
But female boxers, Melissa St. Ville, I'm on her Twitter, man. Girl, man, that girl got too much energy for me, man. Every time I look up, she's shaking that ass.
Who?
Melissa St. Ville.
Oh.
I thought Hannah Gabriel's is good. I think Katie. I think Katie Taylor's gonna get her fucking ass whipped by Clarissa or Hannah.
I think they trying to set up a fight between Katie Taylor and Cecilia Brækhus. I think.
Yeah, they is. I heard about it.
Retirement check.
They saying that's supposed to be the biggest female fight. And when I'm like, no, that's not. That is not the biggest female fight right now. Like, that's her and Clarissa Shields, and Taylor ain't been looking good her last two fights. She been walking out
well, I think let me see. She had to come up for that. I think Clarissa like super middleweight, ain't she?
Yeah, I believe so too. I think it's super. I think.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think it is super.
Yeah, she just in a bad spot. Like the weight classes she had, there ain't no real big names for her out there, so she can't get them big money fights.
I think technically she can move up or move down. Like I don't I
It,
go ahead.
it's kind of weird in like the women's boxing because they seem to like jump around in weight classes much easier than the men. Cause like they're fighting like Katie Taylor, she just fought at like lightweight. Now she finna jump up to welterweight, and she gonna jump back down to super lightweight. Like they jump around weights real easily. I don't know. It's real easy for the women fighters to
And
jump around weight.
that's
So
probably
like,
why her stamina don't be looking too good.
yeah,
That's probably why she be getting tagged.
yeah,
Her stamina ain't looking too good. She can do that shit in 3-4 rounds, but later on it ain't happening. Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Christian Shields promoter, a lot of people sleeping on that Demetrius Salita dude. A lot
You
of
said
people been
what?
sleeping on that Demetrius Salita dude, her promoter. People's
Yeah,
he been putting on some pretty good, decent shows. Little Jewish dude, always wearing that yarmulke.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what was I about to say? Um
Yeah, he been on some good matchmaking.
so now in the Marcus
So
Simpson
is
dude,
Clarissa like
go ahead.
PBC?
No, she's not with the PBC. Mm-mm. Nah. And the way I put it is that I think that when women's boxing, they don't need a face of women's boxing necessarily, but they need to promote women's boxing better. Because if you think about it though, with the LGBT community and women, the women's hate, the men's hate group and all that stuff, you would think that y'all be getting on board with these women fighters out here in the UFC
Mm-hmm.
and in boxing, so where they can get sort of what an equal wage, but you can't get an equal wage when people ain't watching because it's based off of who watching.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, really to tell you the truth, I think Clarissa Shield, her fight right now, I think that fight should be, well, it can't be right now because of Ali Bashir. He good now. Well, he not good, but he can't. He did an interview on I'm not gonna fuck up his name. He did an interview the other day, talking on the phone. He sounds healthy. Um, he sounds healthy and stuff like that. Uh, but he can't get on any planes, so he has to drive everywhere. So he's gonna drive up to Atlantic City, and I don't know. I don't know if the doctors wanted him to deal with all that stress. You know what I'm saying? I also
Hmm.
did a video on that. So if you ever heard of anybody talking about um, Christian Shields' brother's rap sheet in the LDBC, because I'm part of the LDBC. If you didn't know that, just a disclaimer, just in case you want to drop off or whatever. Like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I did it.
How do you even know like how did they get started? Like when did the LDBC get started? Because it didn't really get real popular until like last year.
From my understanding, there was a group already formed, which is like the YTBC or something like that, and something happened with that. With I don't want to go into detail, but something just happened with that, and in '78, the the uh, the CEO of the LDBC, the HNIC formed the LDBC to get away from all the bullshit and stuff like that. He joined his own thing, um, and people start trickling in and subscribing to people, and I got I start making videos and Santee Walton. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He has a very good channel. Um, he usually sits in what I would like to call the man chair and talk boxing, politics, and all that stuff. He has a pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
witty way of thinking about things. Some things I wouldn't think of, some things I was thinking. I like his channel a lot. Um, and yeah, that's how it happened.
Is Fanam, is he part
What
of the
was I saying
LDBC
before?
too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fanon, see, Fanon to me, he has a lot of of intellectual thinking processes when it comes to doing things and saying things and analyzing certain things that happens. It's not to say that everybody gets everything right. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, try to, um, but you know, boxing is a ever revolving sport, and that you know, if you miss 2 months and you try to act like you know what you're talking about, you might miss a few things within them 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
you know, Ross Sportsman Lee said racism is what happened. But yeah, I've been doing videos for what 2 years or something, some change. But listen to boxing on YouTube for man off and on, coming in, coming out, not having a YouTube account, just looking on my phone. I wasn't really a social media dude and stuff like that for a very long time. I always had a Facebook, but wasn't really on there at first, just to keep in contact with folks. You know, from Iraq and stuff like that, and make sure people, you know, still alive and don't need help, you know, administratively and ain't trying to commit suicide and shit. Mm-hmm. I ain't got the problems. I know a few folks that called me up. I was just like, man, y'all tripping, bro. You need to cut that shit. You got kids and shit, man. You talking about offing yourself and stuff, man. You need to cut that shit out, man. You ain't your life ain't your life no more, man. You got kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got kids. Your life ain't your life no more. You know, your drive should be them babies. You know, because when you gone, what they gonna have? You know, what they go? What you go get? Maybe $500,000, but that gonna go quick. You buy a house and you pay a house, so know it all. You paying mortgage and bills and all that stuff. You probably buy a car. That money gone, right? So yeah,
Yep.
I've been
Yes.
been doing that. But female boxers, yeah. Um, dang, yeah, Carissa. I like Taylor, but I think she gonna get it eventually. Hannah Gabriels, I like her. She got spunk heart. Melissa St. Ville, um, um, and Helen Joseph. Yeah, and this is the other chick named she coming up. What's her name? Her name is damn, she always posting something too. I get her name. She a little sweetheart looking too.
You talking about the one that
She
signed
she
to
she ain't harsh on the eyes.
the money team?
No, I don't know who this girl signed with. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how they get signed and stuff like that when it come to women because of the viewership and all that stuff, man. I just think they need to start putting some of these women right before the main event. Like put them on the main event before Deontay Wilder. Fuck it. Get these women. Get some of these, and they be throwing hands.
Mm-hmm.
They be having some vicious little fights. You know. I wrote on Clarissa Shields' page. I saw her in that bag, man. You hit me, man. We gonna have problems, man, because that's a little bit too hard. You might actually fucking do some damage, woman. That woman can hit. Hit your ass with a glove off. You going to sleep. Yeah, man. But I'm getting off, man. I gotta use the bathroom. Oh, he jumped off, so I'm getting off too. Hey, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Ross Sportsman Lee, Thelma Lemons. Uh, uh, Thalamus Lofi, Lost One, Andre, The Wonderful Life of Bob J, Canvas Bed, Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens. Please go out there and subscribe to that, brother. Hey, Hakeem, Rob Bominix, JB Boxing. Hey, man, you got any last words, man, before I get off, man?
It's a story.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, you got any last words before I get off, man? I'll wait for a little bit. I want to see if you got something to say before you get up off here. You know what I'm saying? I think this weekend is going to be a good fight. I don't think it's going to be easy at all for either one of these fighters. You know, it could be. But you know, there is a little bit of weight concerns with Andy Ruiz. I don't think Anthony Joshua coming in a little lighter is really a weight concern. But I wish all fighters tomorrow night and tonight, if there's some, I wish them all the best. I wish everybody that come in the ring leaves the rings the same way that they came in, maybe with a couple of bumps and bruises here and there. But I'm not wishing no ill will on no fighter in the ring as far as popping for PEDs, as far as dying or anything like that. And on that note, shout outs to the LDBC and everybody stay sucker free.